Also in the second to five, CS Sugar Tom.
Welcome back to Ashland County Fair in Ashland, Ohio. It is 6 o'clock, just about 6 o'clock. Jeremy Moore, and I'm Tom Pye, and Steve. Okay, that's close enough. It's our technician. He doesn't care. He wants to get the Wi-Fi working, wants it to behave. So we've had a little problems, but those are in the past. Jeremy Moore, great day of racing this afternoon.
We had 8 exciting races, and we've got 10 planned for tonight.
Now, our driver, only one that had any multiple wins was Drew Neal, who had 3, which now makes him at 144 wins for the year. 2 fastest, the 2-year-old fillies today, they went Laughing 2, went 3 in a row, a mile in 2 minutes and 3/5, and Extra Sweet went a mile in 2 minutes and 3/5. I think they'll beat that tonight. This track's in great shape. We got the Colts, we got the Roughhouses, and looks like it'll be a good night of racing, all 10 of them.
Yep, so sun will go down here soon, and just to give everybody a heads up, once that sun goes down, we have trouble seeing coming out of the last turn because they got plexiglass on the side of this grandstand here, and it puts off a bad glare. But I think Steve's down low enough this year. We should be able to get most of the track.
Yeah, we're at the mercy of Mother Nature. But they had, as you can see, there's a shadow across there right by the finish line. Well, that's a finish line, actually. No, excuse me, it isn't. But that's, I don't know where that shadow is coming from.
I don't know.
I do not know, but it's there. It's the first race is a
3-year-old Colton Gelding Pace. First of 3 divisions. So
we have 7 in it. They score 7 wide here. So got 7 in it. We have going for purse of there's 3 divisions, $4,336 for each division. We might as well start out because we're waiting for the post parade, but I'll start out with Dragon Mode is number 1, driven by Mark St. Louis, Rick Mapes trainee. Nice 3-year-old gelding.
Tom's got to get his readers on.
Huh?
So you got to get your readers on. Well, I already got mine on.
When I was a boy. Yeah, I got to dig out my reading glasses. But he is a 3-year-old gelding by Fear the Dragon out of Modern Cinderella by Modern Art. 22 starts this year. No wins. Has yet to hit the board. Oh, my. 3 seconds, 6/3, $10,000. He's 35 lifetime starts. Has not won yet. But he's made $18,000. He was Lexington Select yearling sale for $10,000. Dragon Mode. Rick Makes is a trainer for Ricky D. Mapes. He owns Macedonia. Has 2nd, 3rd, 2nd, 4th, 4th, 4th. So he's knocking at the door. Dragon Mode. Number 2 is
Widger Boys. Braden Rhodes drives for trainer Betty Clegg. Kipper Clegg of Pennsylvania owns the Lather Up gelding. Out of the Art Major Mare Profound Beauty. He's got 21 starts this year. Did not start as a 2-year-old. 4 wins, 3 seconds, 4/3, just shy of $15,000 in the bank. Took a mark of 59 flat over at Wellington back in middle of August. Widger Boy sitting 8th in the Fair Championship points. He's about 23 points ahead of the 9th place horse.
Number 3 is Santa Story. My Blood Runs Cold. It's Betty Clegg trainee. It's a 3-year-old gelding by Well Said out of Art Center by Art Major. And Kimber Clegg is the owner. 24 starts this year, 3 wins, 11 seconds, 4/3, $25,666. Mark up at Napoleon of 2-1-4. Lifetime, 52 starts, 10 wins, 20 seconds, 11/3, $64,000 made. And took a mark of Dover last year at 59-4. Center Story was Ohio Select. sale at $12,000. Nick Clegg is in the sulky.
The 4 is going to be Gene Said. Drew Neal aboard for trainer Ryan Deaton. Randy Young Stables of MacArthur owns the well said gelding. Out of the Always a Virgin mare Chasing Maddie. 14 starts on the year. Lone win coming at Northfield, pacing 59-2. 4 second place finishes. 2 show places. $10,600 in the bank for the year. Lifetime $26,257. Looks like scratched sick early in August. Took some time off. Come back at Worcester the other day, finishing third and 2-3-3.
And here's another one. He's 28, 1 win in 28 starts. So they're knocking on the door. Number 5 is Legend Secret. James Day trainee and James Day driving Power Play Racing 87 LLC of Medina, Ohio. Owned this 3-year-old gelding by Bit of a Legend End. Out of Suck Like Glue by Dragon Again. This year, 10 starts, 3 wins, 3 seconds, 3 thirds. That's 9 times on the board, $11,819. Marco Worcester taken just on the 9th of 159-3. Got a nice looking card, first, second, fourth, third, and a win. So a Legend Secret. Got over $20,000 lifetime earned, and $20,000 is a Buckeye Classic yearling. Number 6 is
Gorgeous Jet. I did not catch the driver, did you?
John Quixote.
Okay. I thought that's what I heard, but I wasn't quite for sure. Karen Freed trains Gorgeous Jet. Owned by Crazy Parrot Farm out of Frisco, Texas. I'm Gorgeous Gelding out of Jeremy's Jet mare Choose My Jet. 13 starts on this year. Has not made the winner's circle. Got a second place finish. Couple third place finishes. 24 starts lifetime. Did have a win last year at Attica. Coming off of a 5th place finish at Worcester. Week before that, Canfield. Did pace in 57-3, finishing 3rd.
Good mile up there. Number 7 is Shuffle's Cool Legacy. John Wingott trainee, owned by Lily Flynn of Worcester. 3-year-old gelding by Mr. Cooley out of Shuffle and Deal M by Spectacular Deal. This youngster got 11 starts this year, has not hit the board. 21 lifetime starts, has not hit the board. Got $3,605 earned. John Wingott is in the sulky, and that's our 7-horse field. Are they out in the track yet?
No, there is nobody on the track.
This nice breeze is beautiful. Weather has been fantastic. Got a little breeze more than had this afternoon. It might cool down when the sun goes down.
Yeah.
But right now, a nice night. Got an even bigger crowd than we had this afternoon, which we had a decent-sized crowd.
We did.
They had one of those wiener dog races between breaks, and it's funny, I did not see a real wiener dog out there. They were like they're long. Well, they might have been. I don't know. I'm not an aficionado of the wiener dog races, but I know up in a couple of them, they packed the grandstand.
I think Lisa Swartz does it there at the Fayette County Fair, and we usually have 3 or 4 eliminations. They have those around noon, and then the finals are after the races, which is usually around 8:30 at night. Yes, the grandstand's absolutely packed.
Yeah.
So we got a couple horses on the track here. As a side note is that Center Story, the 3-horse Clegg horse, sitting 4th in the Fair Championship points, 467 points. So the Fair Championships, I wrote them down. They are October 11th at Northfield. Just got a few more fairs left. Delaware, Dover, Coshocton, and Dayton gather up points. Then the Buckeye Stallion Series finals are October 4th at Northfield. The Stallion Series consolations are October 5th right there at Northfield. But the Sire Stake Finals this year being held at Dayton Raceway, the 26th and the 27th. And that's a double draw. They got to put in next Tuesday, sorry. Top 8 will go Saturday. The next 8 will go Friday for I think it's one's Scarlet and one's Gray final. I forget which is which now, but.
Speaking of double draw or the draw, they had the draw for the Little Brown Jug this Thursday. And you got 2 divisions going, 2 eliminations going for on Thursday. Did you see the?
I know that it was up. I did not see the draw.
No.
I know somebody said Burke had 3 in, I think.
I know the 2 horses, 1-2, they've been knocking heads, and Lou Print and Prince Hal Hanover.
Okay.
And I watched Prince Hal Hanover start out the year. I said, that is a nice colt. He beat an aged horse in a qualifier down in Florida. And very impressive with the last quarter and like 25 in a piece. So, but he is, look at the Dust Devil we got up there.
Yeah. I think it's dusty all everywhere due to lack of rain. But yeah, I remember a couple years ago when we came here, that first turn, it was halfway underwater. Water was all the way up, halfway up to the track. And I remember we waited and waited, and there was a drain down there that was clogged up. And they got the drain, and then the water immediately went away, but it was still muddy. And we ended up racing that night. I think we started around 2 or 3, somewhere around there, and then went right into the second card. So.
Yes, they did. They just kept on, didn't even bother take a break.
Yeah.
This track has, well, the fair itself has been here since 1883, because this is the 173rd fair. And I asked the question, what else opened in 1883? It's before our time, but...
Well, yeah. I took some notes last night.
Well, the funny thing, I asked our photo finish guy, and I said, what else opened in 1883? And he goes, you don't know. I says, I'll give you a clue. New York, New York. And he said, Frank Sinatra? No.
I'm going to guess Statue of Liberty.
Huh?
Statue of Liberty?
No.
Nope.
That was close, though, because he was 1886 he opened. But it was the Brooklyn Bridge that opened in 1883. And did you know, which I didn't know until when I looked this stuff up, all of a sudden you get all the connecting stuff. But there is actually a Brooklyn, Ohio.
Oh, yeah.
And that's in Cayuga.
Okay.
Chakauga.
Horses are on the track for the
County.
first race.
Here's the first race. Post parade.
For $4,336. Memory of it. Harold and Edna Cox. Number 1 is Dragon Mode with Mark St. Louis Jr. The 2, Widger Boys, Braden Rhodes drives. 3, Center Story, driven by Nick Clegg. Number 4, Gene Said, the driver Drew Neal. 5, A Legend Secret with driver James Day. Number 6 is Gorgeous Jet. John Keoka Jr. drives. And number 7, Shuffle School Legacy. John Wengard in the sulky. Horse will take 1 score and go to the gate. Win, play, show. Exacta Quinella and Trifecta along with an early double on the first race.
Now, Jeremy Moore, I don't think that tote board has worked all day.
It has not.
And that is a nice tote board, too. I mean, it has it's like a big iPad.
Yeah.
But hasn't worked. That's again where Jeff's here. One of the tote board, it can show you who's a favorite, who's a crowd like, and that's it's just a handicapping tool. And I know a couple of drivers, they go, "Oh, how am I going to beat that 3 horse because he's 3-5 and I'm 10-1?" It doesn't matter. They don't know.
Yeah.
So you just hope for the best. A couple of upsets this afternoon, which was one We had,
Supreme Dance got beat. Rosie Weaver's.
Rosie Whip. She got her win streak at 9 was snapped, and which was quite a shock. And the
Got a little tired on the end of it. So
that was, please. I got all these programs. This one from 1922. No. No, when I'm not that bad yet.
yeah. Supreme Class got beat by Tom's Crazy Peach, Eli Miller.
Yeah. So there's always room for upsets.
Oh yeah. So the Mike Walkenberg starting gate has called them in already. That's what we like to see. Get them done, get them out here, and get through the cards. So 7 on the gate here. We score 7 wide. No trailers in this one. 3-year-old Colton Gelding Pace, first of 3 divisions.
And the gate moves around the paddock turn. From the rail out, Dragon Mode, With Ya Boys, Santa Story, Gene Said, A Legend Secret, Gorgeous Jet, and Shuffle's Cool Legacy. And here's the first from Ashland.
They're off and pacing first away. A Legends Legacy between horses. That's Widger Boys as the field moves into the turn. Dragon Mode on the inside. Races third. Coming out in 4. Center Story. Next in 5th, as Gene said. Racing 6. Gorgeous Jet and the early trader. Shuffle School Legacy. Down the backside. Going to the opening quarter. On top of the field and showing away. Legends Legacy. And up on the outside to the front end goes Widger Boys. Widger Boys is cleared for Braden Rhodes. Giving way second, Legends Legacy. Racing third into the turn, Dragon Mode. 4th is Center Story. Racing 5th, as Gene said. 6th into the turn, Gorgeous Jet and Shuffle School Legacy. Trails the field by the opening panel in an even 29 seconds. Around the turn, racing on over to the 3/8 mark and on top of the field with the lead. Widger Boys, Braden Road, straight alignment. No movement as yet to go after the leader. Getting that 2-hole trip. Legends Secret, up and down the move on the outside. Dragon Mode, now third and moving forward. Racing for Center Story. On the outside, Gorgeous Jet 5th. Moving to the outside, Gene said, and continuing to trail the field. Shuffle School Legacy off a half in 59 and 3. Around the turn to the 5/8. Mark St. Louis Jr. and Dragon Mode have the lead, and up on the outside, Widger Boys and Legend Secret as they race over to the 3/4 mark. Next and second as they race over to the 3/4 mark, and the inside, Dragon Mode racing on the outside. They're going at it on the front end. Legend Secret and coming 3 wide is Widger Boys. They're after 3/4. They move into the turn. Dragon Mode on the inside. 3/4, 129 and 3. Racing second on the outside as they race around the turn. Widger Boys, a Legend Secret is third. They're off the turn. They're on their way home. 3 wide. Here comes Gorgeous Jet with less than an 1/8 of a mile to pace. Gorgeous Jet closing on the outside. 3 of them across the track. Gorgeous Jet on the far outside. The inside, a Legend Secret, but on the line, Gorgeous Jet. Photo for place.
Ooh, doggies.
The mile 2:01.
2:01. I thought they were going to crest the 2-minute mark, but they did not.
No, got a little tired on the end of it. They was racing, though. First 3/4 of a mile, somebody was out and rolling, and Widger Boys made a break right here in front of us.
They were
Going to the
rolling.
half. Yeah, he's throwing in some steps there. I don't know if he's trying to jump all those little white lines they got marked on the track or what, but yeah, he was throwing in some steps.
He had a little problem. And as again, he might have been the one that was warming up that really saw those, and he threw them in. They don't forget,
Yeah.
Even though there might not be anything there, they just do not forget that something was there. And I always tell the story of Billy O'Donnell had Traveling Boy. And Traveling Boy was his big horse. So he says if it wasn't for Traveling Boy, you would not have heard of Billy O'Donnell because he had that IDB Gray Vermont owner. But they had a loading a ramp in Rockingham Park. And when he was a 2-year-old, he was going by there, and a guy stepped up on the loading ramp, and he shied away from it. And every time for the rest of his life, he went by that loading ramp. Whether there was anybody there, he would shy away from it.
Yep.
And he made, I think, $280,000 the hard way, all overnights. He was a class old pacer.
So this would have been a little bit of an upset here.
Yes.
Curious to see what it pays.
It's number 6. I'm Gorgeous.
John Kyoko, which he's drove this horse last 2 starts.
John Sioka Jr., he's been driving him 2 starts. Is the Happy Family.
Back in front of the stage, what is the first?
The first division 3-year-old colt base. Number 6, Gorgeous Jet. 3-year-old brown gelding by I'm Gorgeous out of the Jerome's Jet mare. Choose My Jet. Lucy Parrott Farm of Texas owns. Karen Freed trains. John Kioka Jr. in the sulky. The mile 2:01. Lifetime mark for the winner, Gorgeous Jet. This race in memory of Harold and Edna Cox. Now, if you had number 5, a Legend Secret, you have a good win ticket. There was no win ticket sold on number 6, Gorgeous Jet.
A bit of a
Win ticket on the 5,
upset.
Legend Secret. It will return $4.20. Complete refund on the trifecta. Exacta 6 and all $32.60. 6 and all $32.60. All in 5, $5.40. All in 5, $5.40.
I always say, ye of little faith.
Yeah.
Throw $2 on the old horse. But that was his first win in 13 starts, second win in 25 starts, but a new lifetime mark.
Yep.
We'll get the official rundown. It was a nice tight finish for him across the track.
Good way to start off the night.
Results are official.
There he is.
3. 2 Widger Boys 4, the 3 Center Story 6. 4 Gene Said 5, number 5. A Legend Secret 2. 6 Gorgeous Jet, the winner of the 7. Shuffle School Legacy 7. Mile 201, 29, 59 and 3, 129 and 3. 3, 4, 6, 5, 2, 1, 7 on the bottom.
That's the first race, the first of 10.
Second race is up next. The 1-0.
We'll Doug get him out here, get him rolling here, and while he's doing that, we'll take a short commercial break, hear from our sponsors.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year, providing advanced specialty care for sports horses from all stages and disciplines. Our expert team of boarded surgeons and sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sports horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at BigD'sWeb.com. Sign up for text messaging and receive $10 off your order. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Dublin Valley Farms, home of Volstead Sire of 2024 Ohio Horse of the Year Sugar Instead. Also standing at Dublin Valley Farms, Slay, a promising young son of Chapter 7 and Coach K. Hanover by world record holder Wallner. Looking for your next winner? Dublin Valley Farms and our clients are offering an exciting lineup of yearlings with current and fashionable pedigrees. Available at public auctions this year. Backed by a team that cares, Dublin Valley Farms, Fredericksburg, Ohio.
Welcome back. We're here at Ashland. We're chatting with a few fans in the crowd. And people say how they enjoy the broadcast because, they're older fans. They can't get out. As they say, don't get out much anymore. But this is one of our positive things about the broadcast. We can bring this. If you can't get to the fair, I've had quite a few trainers say thank you to me because they can watch their horses. I know they'll be racing at one track and they want to see how the other horses. They don't want to wait till their poor help gets back. Or how'd you do at 3 o'clock in the morning? But we're in the second race. Oh. Hey, listen to that.
He's getting them ready. Yeah.
Called to post. Look at it. No, that's just a post parade.
The track for the second race, 3-year-old Cold and Gelding Trot, $13,007. Like over the Ashland County Fair. These are the horses. Nothing But Cat, John C. Ilka Jr. drives. Number 2 is Silverton, driven by Drew Neal. 3R Boss, Braden Rhodes. Number 4 is Tom Cruiser with Mark St. Louis Jr. 5 CS Sugar Tom, Alex Hawk driving. The 6 is 45 Mega with Chris Hirschberger. And the 7 is Scratch. Win place show Quinella. Exacta trifecta on the second race. They'll be to the gate in about 3 minutes.
So we're back here second. 3-year-old Colton Gelding Trot, only one division, which there was, because I had a 2-year-old last year, and I had a 3-year-old this year, different horses. There just was not a very big group of trotting colts that year. So that's why, we're only looking at one division here today, going for a purse of $13,000.
$13,007. That's a good chunk of change. Mm-hmm. And we have 6 youngsters in there here. 7 has been scratched. So let's start out. We have number 1 is Nothing But Cat with John Ciota Jr. in the sulky. Nothing But Class 3-year-old out of Catawon by Don't You Forget It, owned by John and Amy Wengert of Worcester, Ohio. John Wengert is a trainer. This got 16 starts this year, 4 wins, 4 thirds, 4 seconds, and 3 thirds, $21,447. Mark at Canfield of 2-1-2. Last year picked up 15,000. So this youngster's got 27 starts, 37,000 earned lifetime already, and his card is second win, third, second win. That's a nice card. Nothing But Cat. John Wingate. Number 2 is
Silverton. Rosie Weaver trains and co-owns with David Jury. Drew Neal on the bike for the Marcel Gelding out of the Dream Vacation mare Turquoise Sweetie. 19 starts on the year, 5 wins, 7 second place finishes, 2 thirds, $36,818 in the bank. Lifetimes closing in on $77,000. Has a mark of 2 minutes at Northfield this year. Last 6 starts, nothing but first and second place finishes. Coming off second place finish over at Upper Sandusky. Sitting 4th in our fair championship points right now.
Silverton is in the Zilpa. Now, number 3 is Our Boss with Betty Clegg trainee. This is a 3-year-old by Enterprises. The gelding is about a Don't Even Know My Name by Master Levesque, owned by Kimber Clegg, and 21 starts this year, 4 wins, 4 seconds, and 5 thirds, 27,000 in the bank. Mark of Mount Vernon, 2, 4, and 1, and he got third, 5th, 4th, third, second. This is a good field. Our Boss is driven by Braden Rhodes, and number 4 is
Tom Cruiser, Mark St. Louis in the bike for Stacy Curry, who owns the Long Tom gelding out of the DeJarm Brobert Lightning Bell. 14 starts on the year, 6 wins, 2 third-place finishes. A little over $22,500 in the bank. Took a mark of 56-2 at Scioto earlier this year. 2 starts back, was a winner at Canton in 2, 3, and 4.
Number 5 is CS Sugar Tom. It's a Long Tom gelding owned by Mast, Callum, Aiden Akers, and S. Miller of Millersburg, Ohio. Trained by Wes Hirschberger. Alex Hawk in the sulky. That's a 3-year-old, has 1 win in 4 starts, 1/3. Has a mark of 58 in 3 at the Meadows. 58 and 3 at the Meadows. And CS Sugar Tom might be an upset. Shows that good mile at the Meadows, and that was in a maiden, winners. Number 5, CS Sugar Tom, Alex Hawk in the sulky. Number 6 is
45 Mega. Chris Hirschberger in the bike for Darren Harvey. Alan Miller of Millersburg owns the Marcel gelding. Out of the Man of Many Missions mare, 1 too many. 17 starts on the year, 2 wins, 2 seconds, 4 third-place finishes. $17,500. Took a mark of 59-4 at Northfield earlier this year. Lifetime is $36,000 with 3 wins. So CS Sugar Tom has not raced since June 1st.
That's a long time.
And this is, looks like Hirschberger had him last year, but first start this year in the West Hirschberger barn.
Yeah, I see that. Good eye, Jeremy Moore. I overlook those things. Yes, this is his first start since June 1st, and this is his first start for West Hirschbergers. We shall see how it is. Here is a second. We're at the head of the lane, and here they come.
They're up and pacing. That's Nothing But Cat going right for the lead on the outside. Silverton coming out in third. Our Boss taking a seat fourth. Tom Cruiser into the turn. She has Sugar Tom and 45 Mega on the outside. Into the opening turn. Nothing But Cat on the front end by 2. Racing second as they head up the backside. Going on over to the opening quarter mark. That is Silverton and Drew Neal. Racing third. Our Boss trotting fourth. That is 45 Mega going to the opening quarter. Moving to the outside, Tom Cruiser. The back of the pack, CS Sugar Tom. By the opening quarter, Nothing But Cat leads the way. Right there, second, Silverton. Trotting third on the outside. That is 45 Mega. Opening quarter, 29-4. Tom Cruiser on the inside and on the outside. As he passed the stand for the first time, 45 Mega. They trot on over to the half. No movement as yet to go after the leader as they come to the half. And the leader is Nothing But Cat. And Joe Sioka Jr. Right there, second is Silverton. Trotting third, our Boss. Up the inside, Tom Cruiser is fourth. Racing fifth, 45 Maggot. Drilling the field. CS Sugar Time off a half of 59-4. To the 5/8 they go. Nothing But Cat has the lead. Silverton racing second. Third on the outside. That is 45 Maggot. CS Sugar Tom down the backside of the 3/4. The leader, Nothing But Cat, has it by a length. Silverton right there. He's got the 2-hole trip and ready to move to the outside. Tom Cruiser closing in on the outside. Our Boss. They're into the far turn. 45 Mega to the inside and trailing the field. CS Sugar Time. They trot by 3/4 and Nothing But Cat has them by that mark in 1:31. It's Nothing But Cat. Silverton's coming to him on the outside. Off the turn, they're on their way home. Tom Cruiser is third. Racing fourth is Our Boss. They're inside the final 16th. It's Silverton. Nothing But Cat on the inside. Coming to the line. On the line, Silverton and Drew Neal. Home second, the 1, Nothing But Cat. Third, the 4, Tom Cruiser.
Looks like 2-1-4-6.
2-1, 1/5.
2-1 and 1/5. 2-1-4-6. Silverton. Rosie Weaver. That puts $87,000, $88,000. Doubled what the cost Buckeye Classic blooded horse sale cost $34,000.
Yeah.
So that's a good. That's a
Pretty big gamble on this colt, but it is paying off.
Silverton's been racing super all year. Shows nothing but first and seconds on his card. And again, as we all say, this is a great time to come to the top of your form.
It is, yeah. We got the end of it. You got the fair championships coming up, and then over to Dayton or Northfield for the going non-winners of 1, non-winners of 2, going for good money.
Again, there's so many opportunities to race in Ohio. And of course, this is the exciting time of year when you see all your picks or your favorites, the ones that you like, and you see them just develop into a champion and become the Ohio State champion. Speaking of that, which the Buckeyes, Ohio State, rated number 1. Who is coach of that?
Of Ohio State right now? Ryan Day.
Where's he from?
That I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you where he's from.
Okay.
He's from Manchester, New Hampshire.
Oh.
So a lot of people from New England end up in Ohio.
Okay. I think, local trainer Randy Smith down there in Xenia, he's from Maine area.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Yep, Denver.
The colt I had last year, I sold him out there. Somebody out in Maine. Send it up to Doug. Steve's a little busy there. So the 2 Silverton, Marcel Gelding, Dream Vacation Mare Turquoise Sweetie, owned by Rosie Weaver, David Jury, Bucyrus, Ohio. That's your neck of the woods, isn't it?
I'm up there, the juries.
Yeah.
The jury is here. The jury's out. In.
So Rosie must be done warming up because she's not in her driving collars. So we've talked about Drew Neal and his basically running away with the drivers' championship here at the fairs, but the training aspect of it, it's tight. As of 4 days ago, Betty Clegg had 85 wins. Rosie Weaver had 84.
It's going to be tight coming
It's
down.
going to be because the Cleggs had.
I think she had. Did she have 3 or 2?
She had 2 today.
2.
This makes Rosie's 3rd for the day. So if we're going off
They
that
might
stat,
be tied.
they might be tied right now.
It's going to be right down to the wire.
Of course, we had a tie for the training title at Scioto this year. Virgil Morgan Jr. and Ron Burke. They tied for the most training wins.
Chris Page was the driving.
Yeah.
He was a champ at Scioto. Mount Vernon boy he is.
Mm-hmm. I remember when he was working for Doc Crum. He kept saying, I'm going to drive horses. I'm going to drive horses one day. He did.
Boss 5. Number 4, Tom Cruiser 3, 5. CS Sugar Tom 6, 6. 45 Maga 4. Number 7 was Scratch. Time of the mile 201 4/5. 29 and 4, 59 and 4, 131. 215, 364. Scratch on the bottom.
So that brought Silverton over to $83,000 lifetime. So he just picked up about $6,500 today.
That's nice when you get the check in the mail, or sometimes you can pick it up at the fair.
Mm-hmm. So
I raced down Lancaster, and I had my check for $85. I waited around for that. That paid for gas.
Oh, yeah. All right, 2 down, 8 to go here. Third race coming up, first division of the 3-year-old Payson fillies. Scratch down to a field of 6. We'll take a look at those here after a few commercials from our sponsors.
In Ohio, Hickory Lane Farm has the stallions you are looking for, like What the Hill, Uncle Peter, and In Range, as well as Branded by Lindy, Jug Winner Luz Pearlman, Racing Hill, and Guardian Angel Oz. Hickory Lane will offer a host of Ohio sired yearlings this fall, including 6 by In Range, 5 by Uncle Peter, 4 by Guardian Angel Oz, and 1 by What the Hill. Find out more at hickorylanefarm.com.
The Ohio equine industry needs your help. I'm Scott Mogan, president of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association. With over 300,000 horses in Ohio, the economic impact of the equine industry in the state is over $2.8 billion. That means jobs that pump millions of dollars into the local economy and support thousands of families. For Ohio's equine industry to remain strong, we need to send a clear message to our legislators about the important role that the agricultural small businesses play in Ohio's economy. To do that, we need your help. PACER, the Political Action Committee for Equine Racing, helps support and inform on issues that could positively affect Ohio harness racing. Please consider a donation to PACER. To donate, visit our website at ohha.com or call 614-221-3650. Your donation will help keep harness racing strong in Ohio. Thank you for your support.
History, tradition. For over 100 years, 2- and 3-year-old trotters and pacers have started their careers on the tracks of the Home Talent Colt Stakes. See the future stars of Ohio harness racing at one of the Home Talent's 15 tracks. The stars of tomorrow are racing at a track near you today. The Home Talent Colt Stakes. You can't win them if you aren't in them.
Welcome back. Back to Ashland. I'm going to Ashland.
So
Yeah,
I've
their
got
third
YouTube,
race.
Yep, I got YouTube pulled up here watching it. Steve, are we on Facebook too, or just YouTube? Just YouTube, okay. Just give a shout out to Kimberly McClure. She said, "Go Team Clegg." She's watching from Monticello, New York. So I always like to give shout outs to whoever's watching us.
Is it Monticello, New York?
Yep.
Monticello. Up there, the Chateau. I know Monticello. The Chateau restaurant. Tell you that little story of the Chateau, and they used to have the OTB Classic up there. And Benny Webster won it in 1976 with Oil Burner. And he went over the Chateau, and the owner, Benny, says here, he says, this is Benny, classic Benny. He says, set up the bar and put a buffet for everybody in there, because that in the little lounge. So he says, I set up the bar, and everyone had free drinks, blah blah blah, blah. And at the end, Betty says, how much do I owe you? And I give him a bill for $700. Benny pulls out 10 $100 bills. He says, keep the change. But that was Benny. He was like just well, larger than life, as you want to say, and one heck of a driver. I believe he started up he might have started in Monticello. He might have started in one upstate New York, but I knew him at Yonkers and Roosevelt. And of course, he won the Little Brown Jug with, was it C-Train? 1975?
Couldn't tell you.
I know but that was back then. C-Train was by Meadows Skipper out of Mary Brakefield, who was Washington Courthouse bred. That was what's his name? Might have been
McKinley Kirk.
Huh?
McKinley Kirk people.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
yeah. I know Carol Kramer. She knows the whole family, and she could tell me, but it was just at the top of my head. But that's just. But I raced against C-Train when Lou Williams had him, and he went through everybody. He was a great horse. He made about $800,000 way back then.
Send it up to Doug for the calls.
Horses are on the track for the
Post-parade.
third race. The first division of the 3-year-old filly pace for $6,527. Cigar Hay and Straw. Number 1, Lucy Hill. Tyler Agnes drives. 2, Julie's Grace with James Day. Number 3's Tip. Driver Case Bateson. 4, Conley Cash with Braden Rhodes. Number 5 is Song Somewhere, Mark St. Louis Jr. The 6 is Scratch, and number 7 is Pink Jammies. Drew Neal in her sulky. Horse will take one score and go to the gate.
We got a couple of heavy hitters in here, Jeremy Moore. Would you care to start out with the one?
Lucy Hill, Tyler Angus in the bike for Corey Dyerman, who owns the Down by the Seaside filly. She's got 8 wins, 2 starts, a little over $8,800 in the bank for this year. She's just shy of $31,000 lifetime. Took a mark last year, 56-3 at Northfield. Has a mark this year back in early August over at Jefferson at 2-6-4.
It's 10 seconds. They lost 10 seconds somewhere.
Yeah.
But that happens. Number 2 is Julie's Grace. This is a James Day trainee for Power Play Racing, 87 of Medina. Pet Rock 3-year-old filly out of Juliana Grace by Art Major. 8 starts this year, no wins, 4 seconds, 3/3. She's knocking on the door. So Julie's Grace has been shows on the card. 3rd, 2nd, 4th, 2nd, 3rd, 2nd. 2 minutes and 4/5 last week. She's ready to rumble. Number 3 is
Tip. Case Basin drives for Ed Ryder. Ed Teefy owns a Lather Up filly. 16 starts on the year, 2 wins. Come over at Rock Springs and Woodsfield, back-to-back. Then went on to 4 second-place finishes down there in the River Valley Circuit. Has a $25,000 this year, a little over $31,000 lifetime. And Tip was sitting 17th in the Ohio Fair Championship points.
Tip has got a good card on her. 4 seconds in a row. Number 4 is Kylie Cash. This is Betty Clegg trainee. 3-year-old filly by Fear the Dragon. A Glorious Virgin by Always a Virgin. Kimber Clegg is the owner. Braden Rhodes in the sulky. 29 starts this year, 5 wins, 6 seconds, 7/3, $37,127 on a card mark with Northfield of 157-1 lifetime. Little 3-year-old filly with 57 lifetime starts, 15 wins, $93,000 earned. She was at Buckeye Blooded Horse Sale, $10,000. Another bing ka-ching bargain. Number 5.
Song Somewhere. Manny Miller in the bike for Isaiah Shrake. Philip Baldorf, North Royalton, Ohio, owns the Bring On the Beach filly. She's out of the Yankee Cruiser Mare Surf Song. 17 starts, has a win. Doesn't say where. 5 second-place finishes, 2/3. $14,254. Lifetime, $48,000. Took on a lifetime mark of 2-1 at Coshocton last year. Coming off a second-place finish at Worcester last week.
And number 6 has been scratched. Number 7 is Pink Jammy, Rosie Weaver, and Drew Neal. Team up again with this 3-year-old filly by Fear the Dragon out of Think Pink by Yankee Cruiser, owned by Heartland Acres of Wild Holding, Ohio, and Rosie Weaver of Beach City. 19 starts this year, 6 wins, 4 seconds, 5/3. And has a mark of 156-4, $44,000. This filly, Pink Jimmy's, 15 wins and 38 starts, $131,000. We got a battle going here, and here they are at the head of the lane for the 3rd at Ashland.
They're off and pacing. Pink Jammies on the far outside. Lucy Hill between horses. Kylie Cash. Song Somewhere's on the outside. 4 of them across the track as they move into the opening turn. Lucy Hill, Tyler Agnes have the lead, and they open up by a quick 5. Right there, second is Kylie Cash. 3 wide on the outside. Pink Jammies as they head up the backside. On the inside, that is Tip. Cross the backside for the first time. Going on over to the opening quarter and trailing up field. Julie's Grace on the front end. Lucy Hill has the lead. Right there, second is Kylie Cash. Along the rail, 3rd is Tip. 4th on the outside, Pink Jammies. Along the inside, 5th is Song Somewhere. And trailing the field as they race around the turn and race on over to the 3/8 mark is Julie's Grace. By the opening quarter, 28-4 on top of the field. Lucy Hill has the lead. No movement as yet to go after that leader, Lucy Hill, as they pass the stand for the first time. Getting that 2-hole trip is Kylie Cash. Racing 3rd is Tip. On On the outside, Pink Jammies is yet to see a pylon, and Song Somewhere comes to the outside, and trailing up field, Julie's Grace off a half and 58-1. The end of the turn, Lucy Hill will guide him to the backside. Right there, second is Kylie Cash. On the outside, Pink Jammies is third. To the inside of Pink Jammies is Tip. Racing next in fifth is Song Somewhere, and Julie's Grace can see them all across the backside of the three-quarters. Lucy Hill has got every call, leads it by a length, but they're coming at her. It's Pink Jammies on the outside, racing on the inside. Kylie Cash is third. 3 wide will be Tip. On the outside, coming 4 wide, Song of Somewhere. Julie's Grace trails at the three-quarters in 130. They circle the turn. Lucy Hill on the outside. Pink Jammies just keeps on coming after that leader. Kylie Cash on the outside. They're off the turn. They're on their way home. Lucy Hill the inside. Pink Jammies on the outside along with Tip coming to the line. It is Tip getting the best of Pink Jammies in the final stride. Tip over Pink Jammies.
A mile by
in 2 minutes.
2 minutes. That's the fastest mile today.
It's the
Tip.
third time Drew Neal's been parked today, too.
He might not like Ashland. He might say it's scenic, but I don't particularly like it.
But even though he's been parked, the horse has still finished second or third every time. So
It's you just got to take your lumps when you're, you don't want to burn your horse out just because you're parked. You sit.
He did.
And hopefully they'll come back to you, which he nearly took this one.
Yeah, back
But,
half and 2. 102, 101 and 4, but it seems like these horses just can't finish today.
But to go down the half in?
58-1.
Ooh, that's why she's parked. 58-1. Ooh. Pink Jammies, though. Good mile, Fear the Dragon. Okay, so we're going to have a little, this is unofficial.
Tip was the winner. Lucy Hill ended up second. And I got Kylie Cash third.
3,
Or no,
2.
wait a minute. Yeah, I'm wrong.
3, 2, 7.
I think I wrote it down wrong.
Don't get me confused. I confuse
I know.
so easily.
Tip won it. That's why I know.
Tip.
Yeah, Pink Jammies was second, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looked like 3-7. Tip. What if they named him after the congressman, Tip O'Neill? You don't remember that? He was a what do you call it? Epitome of the Irish politician.
Okay.
He was one of John Kennedy's era. He was the Speaker of the House. But under Reagan, when Reagan was president, well, Tip is, well, I don't remember. That was supposed to be Ronald Reagan, by the way. Well.
You could hear the similarities.
Huh?
So I could hear the similarities.
Close, as they say. Tip.
Here at Philip Atlanta, third out of the Western Amateur Mare, Western Top Cat, third of the season for Tip and TV. Sterling, Illinois owns. Rider trains Case Mason in the sulky. A mile in 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
And strong.
Happy owner there. Tip for Ed Teeley from Mount Sterling, Illinois. 3-year-old filly by Lather Up. Out of Western Hanover Mare, Western Top Cat. Ed Ryder. Now his sister, C.C. Ryder. No.
Nope.
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 Puts her at the third win of 28 starts. Puts her at over, well, just about 35,000 lifetime.
Puts her just outside the top 8 in the Fair Championship points. So hopefully She get in the consolations at least.
It's getting tight, getting close. Here's Case Bates, and he's had 353 starts. That was this year. It's amazing because like our drivers starting out. I was looking at Braden Rhodes. He's only 20. He's got 1,000 drives this year.
Yeah.
Now, I can remember when Ron Pierce started out.
5 to 3 tip the winner. For Kylie Cash 3, 5. Song of Somewhere 4. 6 was scratched, but a 7 Pink Jammies 2. The time 2 minutes. 28 and 4, 58 and 1, 1 at 30. 6, 5, 1, 3, 4 scratch 2 on the bottom. No changes in the upcoming fourth.
All right, fourth race coming up. No changes, he said. 3-year-old Colton Gelding Pace, second of the 3 divisions. We've got a field of 6 to look at here after we hear a few words from our sponsors.
Midland Acres is proud to stand the prominent stallions, TCI, Long Tom, Ready for Money, Monty Mickey, Summa Cum Laude, and Bit of a Legend. With such great pedigree and speed in the stallion barn, Midland Acres will provide a diverse group of top yearlings in the sale ring for 2025. Visit us this fall at our consignments at the Blooded Horse Sale on August 26th, the Ohio Select Jug Sale on September 12th, and the Lexington Select Sale on September 29th through October 3rd. Let Midland Acres' experience in the industry lead you to the winner's circle.
History, tradition. For over 100 years, 2- and 3-year-old trotters and pacers have started their careers on the tracks of the Home Talent Colt Stakes. See the future stars of Ohio harness racing at one of the Home Talent's 15 tracks. The stars of tomorrow are racing at a track near you today. The Home Talent Colt Stakes. You can't win them if you aren't in them.
All right, back here for the fourth race at Ashland County, Ashland, Ohio. Did you know, Tom, I might know something you may not know.
That's a lot. Believe me, I do not know a lot. Believe me.
Do you know what Ashland has been named the capital of the world of?
You know, I'm gonna hate to say this. Are we ready?
Yeah.
The balloon capital?
Yeah, you got it.
This is the trouble with see, before I come to the towns, I like to find something that's interesting on that. So I read a quick, and the internet, all you do is got to type in fun facts and all that comes up. But yeah, the balloon capital of the world. We had an astronaut from here he lived in Ashland.
I didn't get that far on the fun facts.
Oh. Yeah,
I only had a few minutes
he didn't go
last
up
night.
north. He didn't go up in a balloon. He went up in the space shuttle on the Atlantis and the Discovery. But he graduated from Ashland High School. And if you ask me his name, believe me, I can't remember. But yeah, but that's what I mean. That's one of the interesting thing. You say, well, I've never been to Ashland, and look it up, and the internet. That's where I get all my information.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, I have some from personal experience, but I've only been to Ashland 3 times in my life.
Have you?
And the first time I got hopelessly lost downtown too, and but I again, when I used to first go to all the fairs, and I did like 45 fairs the first year, 50 fairs the next year, I'd take the back roads to see the country and to enjoy Ohio. But now I just hop on the highway. Shoot, let's get there.
Yep.
Right here.
Cool.
Give me another.
Another fun fact.
This is down.
So, Ashland College, what year was it founded?
Ashland College?
Yep.
That I don't know.
1878.
Okay. And that was Robert Springer, by the way. He was actually born in Missouri, but he graduated from Ashland High School in 1960. It's a post parade. A couple more graduates.
Horses are on the track for the fourth race. The second division of the 3-year-old colt and gelding that pays for $4,336. Gretzky picks up. Number 1 is Bernie B. Bad with Charlie Myrie. Number 2, Red Hot Ember, Lanny Merriman drives. Number 3, Cool Augustus with Emmanuel Miller. 4 is Catching Up, driven by James Day. Number 5, Fear Romeo, the driver Nick Clegg. And number 6, Unerring, Drew Neal in the sulky. Horse will take one score and go to the gate. When play show Quinella, Exacta and Trifecta wagering on the 4th.
Well, we better go check these horses out.
Yeah.
And you want to start with number 1.
Bernie B. Bad, Charlie Myrick, trains and drives for David Swaney of Pennsylvania. Yankee Cruiser gelding has 13 starts this year, had a win over Northfield in 56 and 4. A little over $10,000 this year, over $12,600 lifetime. 24 starts, has 1 win, coming off a second place finish at Worcester.
And number 2 is Red Hot Ember, Lanny Merriman. It trains for Richard E. Johnson of the Villages in Florida. That's down by Silver Springs, I believe. It's a very huge complex. This is a 3-year-old gelding by Catch the Fire out of Rockin' Call by Rockin' Amadeus. 13 starts this year, 1 win, 1 second, 3/3, $8,600. Mark a Hilliard, that was a few weeks ago, of 2 minutes and 3/5. Lanny Merriman is in the sulky. 90, he's 70 years young. 70 years. Sorry, Lanny, I just say. But Red Hot Hammer, Lanny Merriman. Number 3 is
Cool Augustus, Emmanuel Miller, going to be in the bike at 27 years young. He's driving for Amy Wingard, who co-owns with Herbert Steele Nicholson from Canal Fulton. The Mr. Cooley colt has 11 starts this year, a 3rd place finish. Has no wins lifetime. Just hit the board a few times, closing in on $5,000 in lifetime earnings.
Number 4 is Catching Up, and he is by Catch the Fire out of Ain't Given Up by Jenna's Beach Boy. James Day trains for Power Play 87 LLC of Medina, Ohio. This gelding has 13 starts, 1 win lifetime, and 24 starts. This year he's made $7,490. Mark Cortland of 2-4-4. James Day is in the sulky. Does show 59-1 at Wellington, and finished 3rd. Does have the speed, just needs a little catching up to do. Number 5.
Fear Romeo, Nick Clegg in the bike for Betty Clegg. Kimber Clegg owns the Fear the Dragon colt. 21 starts this year, 4 wins, 2 seconds, 3/3. Did not start as a 2-year-old. A little over $14,000 in the bank, coming off of a win at Worcester. He's sitting 10th in our fair championship points with 345 points.
Wow. And number 6 is Unerring. This was Corey Diamond's trainee. He owns this 3-year-old colt down by the seaside out of O'Shea Badlands by Badlands Hanover. 4 starts this year, 1 second, one win at Canfield at 2 minutes and 3/5. Last year we went zip for 3, 1/3, and zip 3 starts. His lifetime, 7 starts, 1 win, 1 second, 1/3 as Mark at the Canfield. That was just taken at the 1st of September. Last week it was scratched up at Upper Sandusky, and it was a trainer entry error. But Unerring and picks up the services of Drew Neal. There's your 6 horses.
Starter has called the horses to the gate.
And they are Doug Ballinger. The starter is
It's Mike Wapkenberg Gate, but I
Gate,
know
we don't
Mike's
know
at
who's in
Delaware. Yeah, Mike and John Weiss is at Delaware. I don't know if that's John Ingram in there or not.
I think John Weiss should be.
He's associate judge there at Delaware this week.
Okay, so we got to say hi to Kim. Give a shout out to Kim. That's her sister. Good folks from Eaton, Ohio. And, they helped me save the tent on one windy day. The whole family were all holding it down. That tent nearly took off for Columbus. Believe me, that was windy. But they're at the head of the lane. The gate swings around from the rail out. Bernie Be Bad, Red Hot Ember, Cool Augustus, catching up. Fear Romeo and Irving is the 6-hole.
They're off and pacing. That's Fear Romeo stepping right out to the front. Bernie Be Bad from the inside. Coming out in third is Red Hot Ember. Field of Pacers into the turn. Caught wide is Unerring as they race around the turn. Catching up is second to last and trailing the field is Cool Augustus. Down the backside going to the opening quarter. Bernie Be Bad fronts the field. Hung on the outside. Unerring. He's headed to the front. Fear Romeo is next. Then it is Red Hot Ember. Followed up Fear Romeo on the outside and trailing the field. Cool Augustus by the opening quarter. Into the turn. Going to the 3/8 mark by an opening quarter in 29 seconds. And on the outside, Unerring and Drew Neal. The long mile, they're into the lane for the first time. Coming to the half, Bernie Be Bad racing to the inside of Unerring behind those leaders. As they come to the half is Fear Romeo racing third. Racing fourth is Red Hot Ember. Racing fifth is catching up and trailing the field. Cool Augustus, they're halfway home. At the half in 58 seconds. Into the turn, they head to the 5/8, and with the lead is Charlie Myrick and Bernie Be Bad leading the way. Long mile for Unerring on the outside. Tripping out is Fear Romeo. He's right there third. Up the inside. Catching the day on the outside, and the inside is Red Hot Amber. Continue to trail the field. Cool Augustus across the backside they go. Matching strides are 3 wide on the outside. Catching up, and James Day 3 wide. He was third. He's now second, and Catching Day goes right to the front end. Fear Romeo's getting into it. He comes 3 wide. He was fifth. He's fourth. He's third on the outside. He's now second at the 3/4 in 1:29 and 3. Catching up with the lead. Fear Romeo's coming at him on the outside. Bernie Be Bad is third. They're off the turn. They're on their way home. Through the lane they pace with the lead. It is catching up. Catching up. Fear Romeo and Unerring.
So
Coming to the mile, 1:59 and 4.
there's our sub 2-minute mile for you.
Well, that's a. If it wasn't for Drew Neal,
No kidding. Parked for the 4th time today.
well, here is he likes to take the front end, and as all the drivers, or most of the drivers say, if you're the best place to be is on the front end.
Mm-hmm.
But now those guys are now with his 144 wins, they're going to be nice to him.
Yeah.
They're out throwing that. They say you can stay out there,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But it's nothing's going to be easy.
Nope. Nice 3 wide move by Catching Up. Going down the backside there. Gives him 2 wins on the year, 2 wins lifetime. Now give him a new lifetime mark, 59 and 4. So starting to come on late here is Catching Up. The Catch the Fire gelding. Now the Jenna's Beach Boy mare.
Jenna. That is the Colt's second lifetime win in 25 starts. Picked up $2,600 and some odd dollars, so it goes over the $20,000 mark for a lifetime. It was a good mile, and he sort of woke up. That's his best, but he's been 59 and 1 at Wellington, excuse me.
Attention, please. Trifecta will be a total refund on the trifecta. No winning ticket at the 4 on top. Total refund on the trot. Here's your winner. The 4th race.
Here's the 3-year-old Colt and Gilling Pace. Hometown of Colt State, number 4, Catching Up. 3-year-old Big of the Center catch the fire out of the Jenna's Beach Boy mare. Ain't giving up. Power Play Racing 87 LLC of Medina. James Day trains and drives the winner. Racing a mile, 159, 4/5.
Now, first sub 2-minute mile today.
Pizza.
They said it wouldn't be done, but it was done.
Results are official. Number 1, Breathe at 5.
Number 2, Red Hot Amber 4. 3, Cool Augusta 6. 4, Catching Up the winner. Number 5, Fear Romeo 2. 6, Unnaring 3. Time of the mile, 159 4/5. The quarter in 29 seconds. The half 58. 3/4, 129 3. 5, 4, 6, 1, 2, 3 on the bottom.
Again, we shall good mile. We have a 3-year-old fillies. This is the second division.
Fifth race is up next.
Coming up for the 5th race. That'll be halfway there out of 10. So this division goes for $6,527, and we shall return. We have the 6 has been scratched, so we have 6 in it. We shall return after these few messages.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at BigD'sWeb.com. Sign up for text messaging and receive $10 off your order. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year, providing advanced specialty care for sports horses from all stages and disciplines. Our expert team of boarded surgeons and sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sports horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661. Dublin Valley Farms, home of Volstead Sire of 2024 Ohio Horse of the Year Sugar Instead. Also standing at Dublin Valley Farms, Slay, a promising young son of Chapter 7 and Coach K Hanover by world record holder Walner. Looking for your next winner? Dublin Valley Farms and our clients are offering an exciting lineup of yearlings with current and fashionable pedigrees. Available at public auctions this year. Backed by a team that cares, Dublin Valley Farms, Fredericksburg, Ohio.
With more than 300,000 horses in Ohio, the economic impact of the equine industry in the state is over $2.8 billion. Much of that value comes from standardbred horse owners, breeders, trainers, and drivers who participate in the sport of harness racing. The mission of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association is to preserve, protect, promote, and serve the entire standardbred industry in Ohio and beyond. To learn more about the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association, go to ohha.com. That's ohha.com.
Welcome back, folks, to the Ashland County Fair. Beautiful night here. Nice crowd. Track is in great shape. And we just had our first sub 2-minute mile of the meet. Might as well say, there might be possibilities. We got, might as well go over the track records now, Jeremy Moore. And got a little stroll down memory lane. And the track record holder is Duncan. If you remember Duncan, nice horse by Pat Rock out of Skinny Dip. And he went here in 2023, a mile of 57-2. That's a track record. He's Nick and Betty Clegg. Now Duncan went on, he took a mark as a 4-year-old of 149-1. And he's still currently racing, has earned $834,000, and he has 118 starts lifetime. Per start, that horse has picked up $7,072.
Really?
Per start. That's a nice horse. We saw him here. Dunk saw him as a 2-year-old starting out. Nice here. Now the trotting track record is St. Ilian's Fire, who back in 2019 went 2 minutes and 2/5. And that was with Kurt Sugg. That was Mike Whitaker's trainee. He was by Southwind Ilian, and out of Starro, Texas. A 6-year-old that took a mark of 155-4 and earned $116,000 lifetime. Of course, also, if you remember Bourbon Street, Hanover, nice class old horse, old Bourbon Street. He was went out here in 2016 in 158. He's by Weston Hanover. I had a Bayou Hall by Blissful Hall. Here in lifetime, 289,000, and he took a mark as a 7-year-old of 151 on the 5/8. Nice old class horses. They start out the fair like Duncan did. They worked themselves. I remember I think it was a 3-year-old or 2-year-old, but had a recall because he had broken equipment, but he was going on like 8 or 9 straight. And one of the things, if you can't have a recall unless there's interference with horses behind the gate or broken equipment. So he had broken equipment, and he did win that race. But Duncan, he's tough. In fact, the Ashley Daly, she asked me how much I think he thought. I thought he might have like 400,000, but 834,000.
Until you guys want to do it right, you bring them out, you keep them on the backstretch. You do not circle the track. There's no way in post-parade will you do that.
Yep. Give them a hard time. We got them out. We just need to get them together here to get them post-paraded right. So let's take a look here. We got Crosswind Sweet Pea on the rail. Drew Neal aboard for trainer Ryan Deaton. Dustin Ford Racing, Randy T. Young Racing owns the Western Vintage filly. 22 starts this year, 4 wins, 8 seconds, 2/3. $31,000 in the bank. Took a mark at 59-2 at Northfield. Last start was 4th over at Worcester, pacing in 2-3-1.
Number 2 is Dancing Susie, Chris Hirschberger, for the CNC Stables of Canton, Ohio. 3-year-old filly by Dancing Yankee had a big tsunami by Mr. Big. Will be driven by Chris Hirschberger, coming off a win at Worcester in 202 last quarter in 29-2. This year, 18 starts. 6 wins, 3 seconds, 3/3, 36,000, a mark at Northfield of 156. Ooh, that sun is hitting us. It's good. I just stuck behind your
there you go.
Big lug of a head.
Yeah, I'll sit up a little bit.
All right. Number 3 is?
3 is Lily Grace Hill. Manuel Miller drives for Corey Dyerman. Cap Equine Estates, and Corey owns the Racing Hill filly. The Mach 3 mare 8-3 OK. 10 starts, 4 wins, a second, 2/3, $14,600 in the bank. Has a qualifying mark at 57-3 at Northfield. 3 of the starts here I'm seeing as wins. Last start at Worcester, 59-3 on the front end.
Number 4 is Snappy Dragon. James Day trainee for the Power Play Racing 87 LLC of Medina, Ohio. This filly by Fear the Dragon out of Red Snapper by Some Beach Somewhere. 7 starts this year, 1 win, 2 seconds, 1/3, $5,500 on the card mark at Mount Vernon at 2-3-2. She was Ohio Select, Buckeye Classic yearling of 15,000. And looking at the others, Crosswind Sweet Pea was 3,500. Dancing Suey, 7,000. Lily Grace Hill was 36,000 euros. Let's see, others are homebreds. Number 5 is?
Got to Stop Paying Me in Paper. Alex Hawk going to get the drive for Melvin Byler. Stephen Butler owns the Bit of a Legend filly. The Western Terror mare, 7:30. 25 starts on the year, 7 third-place finishes, a little over $11,000 in the bank. Had a win last year as a 2-year-old over at the Meadows in 57-2. Has 3 straight third-place finishes down in the Southern Valley Circuit.
Number 6 has been scratched. Number 7, Nan's Moon Dancer. Jessica Milner trains for Andrew Cobelts of Worcester, Ohio. This is a well-said filly out of Page Moon Dancer by Island Fantasy. 21 starts this year, 1 win, 1 second, 7 thirds, 10,000 on the card. Markham Northfield of 58-1. Hark. Tyler Angus is in the sulky. It's a post parade
On the track.
of tonight's
For the fifth race, the second division. 3-year-old filly pace for $6,527. Watched by Ashland County Fair. Scratch number 6, Big Bad Beach Bunny. These are the horses. Number 1 is Crosswind Sweet Bee, driven by Drew Neal. Number 2 is Dancing Susie with Chris Hirschberger. 3, Lily Grace Hill, Emmanuel Miller drives. 4, Snappy Dragon with James Day. Number 5, That's to Pay Me and Pepe with Alex Hawk. 6 is Scratch the 7, Nan's Moon Dancer, Tyler Angus in the sulky. Horse will take 1 score and go to the gate. Scratch the 6, Big Bad Beach Bunny. In play Show Cornell Exacta and Trifecta on the 5th.
Well, Jeremy Moore, one thing, Drew Neal will not get parked from the rail.
He shouldn't.
Shouldn't.
I've seen it before.
I got parked from the 2-hole. I was in Rochester, New Hampshire, my first drive, and left out of there because I had the mindset of training. You know, as you train, you have to get the fight mode when you drive. So, but I had the mindset, so I just floated out of there, and I went to tuck in because the horse, the rail horse, the one horse, just went out. I went to tuck in behind him. There was a horse there already, and I looked at that was a trailer. I forgot they had a trailer. In the hub rail, they had the hub rail. There was an old wooden track in Rochester. I think it's been around since right after the Revolution, but it just weaves in and out. It's unbelievable.
Really?
And I finished 5th, got a check, but didn't run into anybody.
That was the key, yes. When I started out driving, I was like, don't run into anybody. You know, stay out of everybody's way. But we talk about training the driving, and this is a true story. And I'm not going to tell the driver's name because he drives here. He's not in this card. He was working for somebody, and they was training down. So the trainer said, okay, you can drive at some of the fairs. Well, the first couple starts, he's coming out into people. You know, he's sitting along the rail. He goes to pull, and there's people on the outside of him. And they're like, you can't do that. He's like, well, we do it at training. I just pull, and they let me out. He said he thought that's how it worked.
Well, it's a completely different story out there. Is again, and I told a couple of young guys, he said, when you start out there, the mindset, they don't want let's see what they're doing to Drew Neal right here. He's a leading driver with 144 wins. That doesn't impress them.
No.
Right? They don't care. They says, they says, well, we had coffee this one. I don't care.
It's game time.
It's down there. Crunch time.
So, something else I saw, Lily Grace Hill, the 3-horse for Manny Miller, second start on Lasix. First start, last week at Worcester. She went gate to wire, 59-3. So let's see how the second start on Lasix goes. Nobody's in the running for the fair final, but there's about 3 or 4 of them that can get into the consolation here. So still battling for points.
They're moving. They were behind the gate. The gate is moving. Gate moves up along the paddock turn. From the rail out, we have Crosswind Sweet Pea, Dancing Susie, Lily Grace Hill, Snappy Dragon, Got Stop Payment Papa. You say that.
Got to stop paying me and Papa.
And Beach Bunny, Beach Bunny, and Nan's Moon's Dancer. Here they are for the 5th race.
They're off and pacing. Lily Grace Hill goes right out to the front. Dancing Susie comes out in second. Crosswind Sweet Pea, the inside is third. Snappy Dragon racing fourth as they race around the turn, racing on over to the opening 8. Got to Pay Me and Pay Paul on the outside, and trailing the field is Nan's Moon Dancer by the opening 8, headed to the backside. Lily Grace Hill fronts the field by a length. Getting that 2-hole trip is Dancing Susie racing third across the backside. Got to Pay Me and Pay Paul. Got to Pay Me and Pay Paul's followed by Crosswind Sweet Pea. Racing next is Snappy Dragon and trailing up field. Nan's Moon Dancer straight alignment. Racing by the opening quarter and on top. Lily Grace Hill has him by the quarter. 30, 1 and a fifth as they race around the turn. Racing second, Dancing Susie. Racing third as they race on over to the 3/8 mark. That is Crosswind Sweet Pea. Got to Pay Me and Pay Paul into the lane first time. They come on over to the half and on the front end. Lily Grace Hill has the lead. Out and on the move. Crosswind Sweet Pea now second. Dancing Susie third. Got to Pay Me and Pay Paul next. Racing second to last is Snappy Dragon. And off stride, Nan's Moon Dancer as they race into the turn. Halfway home in 101 and 2/5. Down the backside, Lily Grace Hill has the lead. Racing second on the outside. That is Crosswind Sweet Pea. Third to the inside of Crosswind Sweet Pea is Dancing Susie. Gapped away, got to Pay Me and Pay Paul. Snappy Dragon and trailing the field, Nan's Moon Dancer. They near 3/4 with Lily Grace Hill and Manny Miller leading away. They lead it by 3. Dancing Susie is next. Then it is Crosswind Sweet Pea. 3/4 paced in 1:30 and a fifth. Around the turn, Lily Grace Hill has a 4-length lead. They're off the turn. They're on their way home. Dancing Susie is second. Crosswind Sweet Pea is third. Lily Grace Hill by 4 lengths. Crosswind Sweet Pea coming to the line. At the line, Lily Grace Hill, second, Dancing Susie. Home third, the 1, Crosswind Sweet Pea.
2-1. 3-2-1.
By 2 minutes, 2/5.
2 minutes, 2/5. 3-2-1 unofficial. That's Lily Grace Hill. Now there's Manny Miller. He has 411 starts this year, but and he does mostly fares.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he's batting about 500% of hitting the board. Yeah, he's got about
Nice.
230, 220 out of 411 starts hitting for second or third.
He's got a batting average of 367.
Not bad at all.
That would be Ty Cobb's batting lifetime average, I believe. The Georgia Peach. Baseball and harness racing. It's like you have one of the professions that get in there. Teachers get into harness racing because they have the summer off.
Yep.
Policemen get into harness racing because they might be work the night crew and they have the day off.
Yep.
And of course, baseball players, they have the winter off. You know, and you know, a lot of baseball players like to come to the races.
So Lily Grace Hill, 5th win of the year out of 11 starts. Picked up about $3,200 today.
As you wanted the 5th, this second edition of the 3-year-old Billy pays for $6,000.
$527. Number 3, Lily Grace. The 3-year-old
Lily.
Big Philly by Racing Hill out of the Mach 3 mare. 8-3 OK. For 5th of the season, she's owned by Knapp Klein Estates of Youngstown, Ohio.
Wow, you're getting there.
The Armand of Youngstown, Corey Diamond trains. Daniel Miller in the Saki, pacing a mile. 2 minutes, 2/5. Lifetime this year for Lily Grace.
Wow.
Mark, a 2-year-old of 157 and 2 at Northfield.
Pictures of Lily.
Number 1, Crosswind Sweet Pea 3. Dancing Susie 2 to 3. Lily Grace
Hill, the winner. 4, Snappy Dragon 5 to 4. That's the Penny and Peepaw 4. 6 was Crash. Number 7, Man's Moon Dancer 6. 31 and 1 for the quarter. 101 and 2. 130 and a fifth. 2 minutes. 2/5. 3. 6 on the bottom. 6 Trace is up next. Field of 5. Number 4, Miss Snickers. Make the driver James Day. James Day to drive number 4, Miss Snickers. Bring 'em right on 4.
This is
Mark St. Louis gets the win for Lily Grace Hill. That's Mark driving, not Manny Miller. Yep, I missed that one.
okay. I
So,
didn't.
yeah. But thanks for somebody on YouTube pointing that out for us. I appreciate that. I'm looking right at Mark because that's his baby that was in the winner's circle with him. And, yeah, we didn't change it on the program here, so our bad. We make mistakes.
We'll
every
catch
now
up.
and then.
We'll
Yeah.
catch up before
right.
the night's over. We'll have this down pat. We will. But we're coming up the 6 races. The 3-year-old fillies first division trot. There's a diagonal
That's right.
gate they have, and this is only 5 in it. We have 5 in it to win it. They're going for a purse of $6,690, and we shall return to go over the horses. And we have Jeremy Moore's expertise and my, what would you call, constant dribble. We shall return after these messages.
Cool Winds Farm is one of Ohio's premier standardbred breeding farms. Cool Winds stands the popular Dancin' Yankee, Jug winner Southwind Aussie, and the royally bred Western Fame. Cool Winds Farm is proud to present our yearling consignments at the Ohio Selected Jug Sale at Pickaway on Friday, September 12th, and at the Standardbred Horse Sale in Harrisburg during the cool winds of November.
Dublin Valley Farms, home of Volstead Sire of 2024 Ohio Horse of the Year Sugar Instead. Also standing at Dublin Valley Farms, Slay, a promising young son of Chapter 7 and Coach K Hanover by world record holder Walner. Looking for your next winner? Dublin Valley Farms and our clients are offering an exciting lineup of yearlings with current and fashionable pedigrees. Available at public auctions this year. Backed by a team that cares, Dublin Valley Farms, Fredericksburg, Ohio.
Yeah, we're back. Starting to cool down here in Ashland, Ohio. But still a beautiful night. Sky's clear. Nice crowd. Ashland. Jeremy Moore asked me when Ashland University was. I did not know. As again, one of these things when I look up about the town, find out the people that have lived here, and one of the things we had Jessica Seckley, and she was a gal here from Ashland, and she ended up marrying Jose Canseco of the Oakland Athletics, and Matt Underwood, who was a Cleveland Guardians TV announcer. Do you know him? For the baseball, Matt Underwood.
Heard the name. I don't know him, no.
He's from Ashland. So again, Ashland actually, as I said, when they built the track or the open thing, 1883, and they built the Brooklyn Bridge that year, there is a Brooklyn, Ohio. And Brooklyn, Ohio is a suburb of Cleveland. And they have one of their claim to fame, they had a rock and roll concert, 1955 in October. They had Bill Haley and the Comets as a headliner, as well as the Four Lads, and a guy by the name of Pat Boone. And they had a young up-and-coming singer by the name of Elvis Presley. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And that was his first. That was a year before he went on the Ed Sullivan Show. But that was right there in Brooklyn, Ohio, the suburb of Cleveland.
For a purse of $6,690. Trophy by the Denbo Gauch Funeral Home. Number 1, Promise at Dawn with Jason Thompson. The 2, Green Hill Spurs, Mike Spearman in the bike. The 3, Count on Luna, Chris Hirschberger. The 4, Miss Snickers, James Day gets the call. And rounding out the field, the 5, Petra, Nick Clegg in the sulky. Horse will be taking one score, heading straight to the gate.
So that's where Jeremy Moore took off to. And Jeremy Moore is up at he is going to do the announcing, 1 or 2 races. Do this one race. I will go over this field for you. The number 1 is Promise at Dawn. She's a 3-year-old filly by What the Hill out of Rose Run Nelly by Train for the Future. Carrie Merriman is in the trainer. Robert Beachy of Berlin, Ohio is the owner. Jason Thompson, 16 starts this year, 2 wins, 4 seconds, no thirds, 15,000. Going to qualifying mark of Northfield of 2 minutes and 2 fifths. Lifetime, 31 starts, 6 wins, 8 seconds, 5 thirds, 37,000 earned. She was a Buckeye Classic yearling of 15,000. Promise at Dawn. Number 2 is Green Hill Spurs. Mike Spearman owned, trained, and drives. He's a 3-year-old filly by OU Man out of Image of Spurs by Pegasus Spur. 11 starts this year, no wins, 1 second, 2 thirds, and she's buried 5,900. Lifetime, 28 starts, 3 wins with 22,000 mark of Painesville of 2, 6, and 2. Last week she's been fourth. She did trot in 2, 1 at Northfield and finished 4th. That's the 2, Green Hill Spurs. Number 3 is Count on Luna. Chris Hirschberger is driving for trainer and owner Darren Harvey. 3-year-old filly by Full Count out of DJ's Caviar by SJ Caviar. This filly has 15 starts. This is the powerhouse in the field, we'll have to say. 15 starts, 6 wins, 1 second, 3 thirds, earned 24,000 this year alone. Mark of Carrollton of 2, 2, and 1. Lifetime, she made 44,000. She has 69,000. She's poised to go over the 72,000 mark on this race if she wins. 23 starts, 11 wins, 2 seconds, 4 thirds. Number 4 is Miss Snickers with James Day. Isaiah Shrake is the trainer for Cookie Ladies of Navarre, Ohio. This filly by Band's Gold Chip out of Lonesome Pride by Sturdy Sabra has 17 starts, no wins, 3 seconds and 7 thirds, made 10,000. Lifetime has earned 27, close to 26,000, and 2 wins and 31 starts. Miss Snickers with James Day. And number 5 is Petra. Betty Clegg trainee. This 3-year-old filly, Uncle Peter. She's out of Katie by Master Levesque. Has 18 starts this year, 1 win, only 2 thirds, 7,700. Last year's 2-year-old, she earned 31,000 in 18 starts, 5 wins, 7 seconds, 2 thirds. She's looking to come around. She's made breaks in 3 out of the last 6 starts. Petra. Nick Clegg in the sulky. Now I'm trying to figure out where they are. It's getting dark. I'm going to have to get my night goggles on. Now, we always wanted a pair of those, but, you know, what do you want to see in the dark? I mean, unless you were lost in the woods, you know. The gate is moving behind the Mike Webkenberg. Excuse me, sorry, Mike. They are lining up. There's 5 in it to win it. We have Promise at Dawn, Green Hill Spurs, Count on Luna, Miss Snickers, Petra. And here's Jeremy Moore to call the 6th race from Ashland.
And here they come. And they're off from the middle of the track. Count on Luna goes for the lead from the outside. Petra. Promise at Dawn trying to protect position. Off stride goes Green Hill Spurs. Off stride, Miss Snickers. They head down to the first turn there. It is Count on Luna. She's looking for win number 7 this year. Dropping in second, Promise at Dawn. Gap of 3 back to Petra. Gap of 10 back to Miss Snickers and Green Hill Spurs trail. They go past the opening mile station in 30 seconds flat. Count on Luna calls the shots here for Christ Hirschberger. Sitting second is Promise at Dawn. Still gapped out third is Petra. Gapped out fourth, Miss Snickers. And Green Hill Spurs trails the field. Coming in front of the stands for the first time, it is still Count on Luna. Full count filly calls shots here, sitting second. Promise at Dawn, Jason Thompson waiting to make his move. Sitting third, Petra. Half time, 1 minute flat, even 30-second panels. They go to the 5/8 marker. It's still Count on Luna with the lead. Promise at Dawn, still not making a move yet. Petra trying to close the gap. Coming up fourth is Miss Snickers and Jim's Day. Trailing the field, Green Hill Spurs. They go past the 3/4 mile marker. Green Hill Spur. Count on Luna still in command. Gap of 2 back to Promise at Dawn. She's got to get up there to make it a race. So coming up third on the outside. Miss Snickers, 3/4, 1:31.1. Midway around the final turn, it is still Count on Luna. She's looking for 3 in a row here in Ohio. Second's going to be Promise at Dawn. Third, Miss Snickers, but it's going to be all Count on Luna. Time of the mile, 2:02, 2/5.
2:02 and 2. Last quarter, 31 and 2. It was all Count on Luna for her 3 in a row in Ohio. Count on Luna. 3-0 filly by full count out of DJ's Caviar by SJ Caviar. Darren Harvey is a trainer, and the owner is officially Darren John Harvey of Canton, Ohio, home of the Football Hall of Fame. That's nothing to kick about either. Well, that was good mile, and good job by Jeremy Moore. He's got.
Yeah, he sounded all right. Not too bad.
Nice race to call. Didn't have any of those hopping and jumping, bumping into each other, and no judge's inquiry. But Count on Luna, unofficial, 3-1-5. Petra behaved herself.
The full count filly out of the SJ's Caviar mare, DJ's Caviar, trained and owned by Darren Harvey. Chris Hirschberger in the sulky. That's win number 7 for the year for the 3-year-old filly. 12 wins lifetime. Taking a mark today, 2:02 and 2/5.
He does sport a mark of Scioto last year, 58 and 2. Beautiful night, but it's getting twilight. That's have the rundown. Unofficial, I have 3-1 5 and 4-2. It's getting a little cooler too. I'm gonna have to wrap myself in a blanket or something.
Bust out the jacket.
Years ago, I wasn't there, but they're down in Harrington, Delaware, and they had 4 inches of snow on the ground, which is they don't have any snow down there anyway. So everything was closed, everything shut down, and 4 grooms all loaded an old $1,500 claimer up. They wrapped themselves in coolers and jogged down to the liquor store. All 4 of them, they're all just wrapped up in coolers and bundled up. I get one of them coolers. But Countdown Lunar. This is here's the results.
Promise of Dawn finished second. The 2 Green Hill Spurs was 5th. The 3 Count on Luna, your race winner. The 4 Miss Snickers was 3rd. And the 5 Petra finished 4th. 30 seconds to the quarter, 1 minute to the half. 131 and 1, 3/4. Time of the mile, 2:02, 2/5. Recheck top down, 2:5, 1:34. 7th race coming up, 5 of them going to the gate. Go ahead and bring them out.
That's the official. That's a 6th race, and we shall return. This is a free-for-all. The free-for-all going for a purse of $1,000. We have 5 in it. We have a couple of 52 paces in here. This is a couple of 51 paces. This is going to be an interesting race. This could be our fastest mile all the meet. We shall return after these messages.
With more than 300,000 horses in Ohio, the economic impact of the equine industry in the state is over $2.8 billion. Much of that value comes from standardbred horse owners, breeders, trainers, and drivers who participate in the sport of harness racing. The mission of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association is to preserve, protect, promote, and serve the entire standardbred industry in Ohio and beyond. To learn more about the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association, go to ohha.com. That's ohha.com.
History, tradition. For over 100 years, 2- and 3-year-old trotters and pacers have started their careers on the tracks of the Home Talent Colt Stakes. See the future stars of Ohio harness racing at one of the Home Talent's 15 tracks. The stars of tomorrow are racing at a track near you today. The Home Talent Colt Stakes. You can't win them if you aren't in them.
Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. TheStable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at TheStable.ca.
We're back. You know, Jerry and I are just talking. It's everything you try. Jerry did a great job announcing. I tried. Of course, I can do announcing. I can do a panel, maybe a quarter. I can't do a whole race. You know,
Yeah.
It's like singing a song. I can do a few notes, but then I just go downhill quickly after that.
Yeah.
But driving, when we driving, is like we start out. And, of course, everyone's just going to be wanted to be like John Campbell or, that just you realize that, well, you can drive, but you're not going to be the best.
Right.
So, and you want to give your horse the best. A good, I always say, well, I was too heavy, too big, at this. And I slimmed down. I probably got down 185 pounds, which for me is like, I was skinny. But the thing is, and Bill Popfinger, who is an excellent driver, he's won a Little Brown Jug, he's in the Hall of Fame. He said it best just recently. He's out there, he's 190 pounds, and he gives away 40 pounds to the leading drivers. The leading drivers are all usually around 140, 150. And he says, even as far as wind resistance as being that much taller, because he's a tall 6-foot guy too, the wind resistant behind the horse. And if you're in racing, like at the fairs, or just going cheap races, it doesn't matter. But when you're going against the very best in the top condition, you want to use the very best.
Okay, so change of a change here.
If you give the changes out.
The 2 Western Drive is going to be Harvey Hirschberger. The 4 Wise Do It Right will be Nick Clegg. And the 5 Boozer will be James Day.
Okay. Braden Rose is driving Manzai. Okay. I hear the call to post. It's the free-for-all.
Oh, I thought they switched right back there. I'm sorry.
No.
Yep. We got a couple out here. So.
Oh, my.
No, Ashley Daly was talking to me because I called the races over at Wilmington. Then Doug's let me do a couple here and there. She's like, you're just kind of a jack of all trades, aren't you? I said, well, let me put it in realistic terms, Ashley. So on a good day, I'm an average trainer. On a very good day, I'm a sub-average driver. So therefore, I got to find something in this business I'm halfway decent at. I said, and we got some guys that are starting to retire here, so I might be able to pick up a few announcing gigs.
Sponsored by Ashland County Fair, the 1 Katie's Mick. Mark St. Louis Jr. drives. Harvey Hirschberger will drive the 2 Western Drive. Manzai with Braden Rhodes. Number 4, YS Do It Right. The driver Nick Clegg to drive the 4 YS Do It Right. And number 5 is Boozer. James Day in the sulky. So take one score and go to the gate.
You're absolutely right. He's like, you want to be involved in here, find your niche in the business. Mm-hmm. But I'll never be a driver. Of course, I'm 75 now. I'm never be a driver. I really never wanted to be a driver, right? I tried to be a trainer. Mm-hmm. No, it's one of the things I do enjoy. The business itself. I enjoy the whole. I write about it, and I find humor in a lot of things. It's like you just. So I do cartoons, and this is good. Broadcasting is good, but I really like writing more. Mm-hmm. It's I like writing the stories, write about the people.
Yep.
And I did one vet who was a president of the New Jersey Sire Stakes, Doc Richard Mears. He was a good man. He owned Walnut Ridge. He referred to me as the Mark Twain, or should I say, the Will Rogers of harness racing. And I says, thanks, Doc. I says, that's a nice compliment. A great compliment. But yeah, let's go over these horses. They're Mark Twain, Roger Jr., Roger Houston, or Doug Ballinger Jr.
Doug, I'll go with Doug Jr. All right, Katie's Mick from the rail, Mark St. Louis for trainer-owner Stacy Curry. The 4-year-old Western Terror mare has 46 lifetime starts with 7 wins. All 7 are this year. Took a mark of 53-1 down at Miami Valley.
Number 2 is Western Drive with Harvey Hirschberger. Betty Clegg trains. This is a Boy, it's getting dark and I can't
It's
see.
a 9-year-old Western Spirit. Harvey owns this horse. 10 starts this year, has not hit the board yet. 194 lifetime starts with 8 wins.
And number
3 is Man's Eye with Braden Rhodes. Todd Smith trains and owns the 5-year-old Better's Delight. 9 starts on the year, 2 wins, $5,800. 44 lifetime starts, 7 wins. Has a mark of 53-4 at the Meadows last year. The 4, Wise Do It Right. Nick Clegg drives for Betty Clegg. Jose Cervantes out of Pennsylvania owns the 7-year-old Better's Delight. And they shut the lights out on me. 27 starts, 4 wins, $28,000. Took a mark of 52-1 at Pocono. And Boozer on the outside, James Day for Betty Clegg and Kimber Clegg. 5-year-old Huntsville has 40 starts this year, 11 wins, and a mark of 55-2 at Northfield.
And here they are, and Doug Ballinger to call the race.
They're off and pacing, going right out to the front from the inside. Katie Smith getting away. Second is Man's Eye. YS Do It Right, racing on the outside, field into the turn, going on over to the opening 8th, and trailing the field is Western Drive, down the backside, going to the opening quarter, on top of the field, Boozer has the lead. Boozer will guide him up the backside and out and on the move. Katie Smith to the front. Katie Smith, Boozer now second, racing third is Man's Eye. YS Do It Right is fourth, and trailing the field, Western Drive, field of Pacers straight alignment, racing by the opening quarter in 28-2/5. They race around the turn, heading to the 3/8 mark. Katie Smith has the lead and has it by a length. Getting that 2-hole trip is Boozer, passing the stands first time. Man's Eye third, YS Do It Right fourth, and Western Drive trails the field. Field in straight alignment, no movement as yet to go after the leader, Katie Smith. Right there second is Boozer, third, Man's Eye, fourth is YS Do It Right. Training the field, Western Drive. They're halfway home, they move into the turn and head to the 5/8 off a half and 58-2. Around the turn and on top with the lead as they head up the backside. Katie Smith and Mark St. Louis. Here comes Man's Eye on the move. Now third, now second on the outside. Boozer tucked in third. YS Do It Right fourth. Western Drive trails the field. Nearing the 3/4 mark. Upon the outside, Man's Eye pokes ahead in front. Katie Smith to the inside. Boozer is third. Racing fourth, YS Do It Right. Western Drive trails the field. 3/4 in 1:28-1. They have a little bit of an 1/8 of a mile to go. Man's Eye on the outside coming after Katie Smith. They're off the turn. They're on their way home. Katie Smith, Man's Eye on the outside, keeps on coming. Coming to the line, it is Man's Eye.
Unofficial.
157-2.
57-2.
It's track record.
Yep.
Track record equaled.
Tied it.
We tied it. Yeah.
Yep.
Duncan and Guns Blazing both had 157-2. And he is a.
I don't think Doug realizes that, or else he may have said it. So, Tom, note from here on. We're going to go through the horses first before they shut the lights out on us.
Yes, we're going to have to do that.
Yeah.
I'll have to get a candle.
Well, they shut the lights out up there when I'm getting ready to announce. I'm like,
Well, yeah, Man's Eye is a. Oh, boy.
5-year-old Better's Delight out of the Mach 3 mare Village Jessica.
Owned by Todd Smith of Northfield, Ohio. Trained by Todd Smith. Driven by Nick.
Braden Rhodes drove that one.
Who?
Braden Rhodes.
Okay. That's just.
Yeah, Nick drove the 4-horse.
Okay, there we go, yeah.
Yeah. And Man's Eye was a $95,000 Lexington Soleil purchase.
Oh, he's
a little ways from that now. So I did total everything up here in this race between the 5 of them. They've earned $617,924 lifetime between the 5 of them. 536 starts with 67 wins.
That's a nice stable, 5-horse stable like that. Would be nice to have.
Yes.
Back in front of the stage, we're in the first division free-for-all pace.
Number 3, Manzai. 5-year-old Brown Gelding with Bitters Delight out of the Mach 3 mare, Village Jessica. Third of the season, Todd Smith owns and trains. Braden Rhodes in the sulky. 157-2. Manzai here tonight at the Ashland County Fair equals the track record set by Duncan in 2023. 157-2. Manzai. Braden Rhodes equal the track record for the Ashland County Fair.
When you least expect it, this ties a track record.
That's right.
Very unexpected. Manzai, he did have a mark of.
The 2 Western Drive, 5. 3 Manzai, the winner. 4 YS, Do It Right. 4 number 5 Boozer. 3 157-2 equals the track record set in 2023 by Duncan. Fractions of 28-2, 58-2, 128-1. Top down 2, 5, 1, 4, 3 on the bottom.
So there's your equaling the track record.
Yep.
And as promised, as they said, we're going to have some good miles here tonight. At least expected. I'd expect Manzai to.
No.
He came to party, though.
Yeah. Just coming off a win at Northfield in 55 and some change.
Northfield's a nice, fast track. Yeah. The track's in great shape.
It is.
And we've got to give plaudits to the track crew. We've got to give plaudits to our officials, too. And we will do that when we return after these messages.
Dublin Valley Farms, home of Volstead Sire of 2024 Ohio Horse of the Year Sugar Instead. Also standing at Dublin Valley Farms, Slay, a promising young son of Chapter 7 and Coach K Hanover by world record holder Walner. Looking for your next winner? Dublin Valley Farms and our clients are offering an exciting lineup of yearlings with current and fashionable pedigrees. Available at public auctions this year. Backed by a team that cares, Dublin Valley Farms, Fredericksburg, Ohio. At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year, providing advanced specialty care for sports horses from all stages and disciplines. Our expert team of boarded surgeons and sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sports horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661.
Midland Acres is proud to stand the prominent stallions, TCI, Long Tom, Ready for Money, Monty Mickey, Summa Cum Laude, and Bit of a Legend. With such great pedigree and speed in the stallion barn, Midland Acres will provide a diverse group of top yearlings in the sale ring for 2025. Visit us this fall at our consignments at the Blooded Horse Sale on August 26th, the Ohio Select Jug Sale on September 12th, and the Lexington Select Sale on September 29th through October 3rd. Let Midland Acres experience in the industry lead you to the winner's circle.
The Ohio equine industry needs your help. I'm Scott Mogan, president of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association. With over 300,000 horses in Ohio, the economic impact of the equine industry in the state is over $2.8 billion. That means jobs that pump millions of dollars into the local economy and support thousands of families. For Ohio's equine industry to remain strong, we need to send a clear message to our legislators about the important role that the agricultural small businesses play in Ohio's economy. To do that, we need your help. PACER, the Political Action Committee for Equine Racing, helps support and inform on issues that could positively affect Ohio harness racing. Please consider a donation to PACER. To donate, visit our website at ohha.com or call 614-221-3650. Your donation will help keep harness racing strong in Ohio. Thank you for your support.
All right, we're back here at Ashland County Fair. We got 7 down, 3 to go. Looks like we had about 81 people watching us on YouTube.
Hi, folks. How you doing?
Yeah.
One of the things I fly blind. I have a little flip phone because these smartphones outsmart me. They get too many apps on them. But so I just got my flip phone, and when people call me, I let them go to voicemail. Very antisocial I am. But we just coming off of equaling 157-2, and Vansai with Todd Smith trainee. He owns the old horse too. The 5-year-old gelding by Better's Delight. Now I'm pretty sure Todd didn't have this horse as a Lexington Select yearling because he was a 95. That was one of them high-priced ones that you have. But here in the 8th race, we have 3-year-old colts and geldings. Got a couple of 156 horses in here. Number 1 is Bounding Delight with Alex Hawk in the sulky for Rosie Weaver, owned by, this is
Hang on here. Not to interrupt you. Drew Neal's going to be driving this one.
Oh, okay.
So I just see him out there.
Rosie Weaver is a trainer. 3-year-old gelding by Fear the Dragon, out of Bound to Be Good by Better's Delight. 19 starts this year, 4 wins, 7 seconds, 3/3, 22,000, mark of 159-4 of Athens. This lifetime 45,000 with 32 starts. That's a good time. Good thing. 7 wins, 11 seconds, 3/3, and was a blooded horse sale yearling of $12,500, owned by Rosie Weaver and Heartland Acres. Number 1, Bounding Delight with Drew Neal. Number 2 is
Nick Clegg will be driving Pure Dragon. Betty Clegg trains for Kimber Clegg, Fear the Dragon gelding. Out of Always Virgin Mare, Pure Maid.
Hart.
So, yeah, we're all spread out across the
Horses
track
on the
here.
track for the 8th race. 3-year-old colt and gelding pace. The 3rd division for $4,336. Number 1, Bounding Delight, the driver, Drew Neal. Number 2 is Pure Dragon, the driver, Nick Clegg. 3, Rodeo Jet, Mark St. Louis Jr. Number 4, Braden Rhodes drives the 4, down by the parade. 5, Gary with Lanny Merriman. Number 6, Sam's Legend, Myron Weaver in the sulky. This race sponsored by Jones Rental Incorporated. Horse will take 1 score and go to the gate.
So continuing with Pure Dragon, 22 starts this year, has 2 wins, 6 third-place finishes, $11,600. Took a mark of 58-4 at Northfield, coming off a third-place finish over at Worcester.
Number 3 is Rodeo Jet, Mark St. Louis.
Yep.
Yay, I was right. It's a guessing game for me. Jessica Milner is the trainer. This is a 3-year-old gelding by Rodeo Romeo by Jet Skiing. Jet Scent by Jareem's Jet. Got 24 starts this year. 5 wins, 4 seconds, 2/3, 30,000. Mark of Wellington of 56-2. Coming off a win at Worcester of 58-3. Buckeye Classic yearling of $3,000. That's a bargain. His already lifetime has earned $55,040 lifetime starts. Number 4 is
down by the parade. Braden Rhodes drives for Betty Clegg and Kimber Clegg. They own the down by the Seaside Gelding on the Royal Majesty Mare Gracie's Parade. 25 starts, 5 wins, 5 seconds, 4 third-place finishes, a little over 22,000. Mark of 57-1 at Northfield. Lifetime 146,000 out of 57 starts with 22 wins. Coming off of a win over at Worcester, 2-2-4.
Nice colt. Always was from the moment I saw him on the track. I like that. Nice down by the Seaside Gelding. Number 5 is Gary. Lanny Merriman. That's a 3-year-old gelding by Weston Vintage out of What's Your Fantasy by Island Fantasy. Lanny owns, trains, and he's the breeder. He has 9 starts, no wins, no seconds, 1/3. $1,900. Is that? Yeah, $1,900 earned. Coming off a mile at 2-4 at Worcester. I call it Worcester because I just, being from Massachusetts, we have Worcester, Massachusetts.
Okay.
And this is Worcester. I said they finally spelled it the way it's supposed to be pronounced, but this is named after David Worcester, the general. Okay, so number 6 is...
Rounding out the field is Sam's Legend. Myron Weaver trains and drives for CLS Stables in West Farmington. Bit of a legend gelding out of the Nobland Sam mare. Last Sam standing, 15 starts on the year, has a 3rd place finish. Had 2 wins as a 2-year-old. Closing in on $10,000. Took a mark of 2.5 at Hilliard last year. Coming off a 5th place win, or 5th place finish at Worcester. So it got dark on us real fast. So.
Man, when they turned the lights out, this is dark now. I'm going to have to, I can't put my phone down because I won't be able to find it now. They're at the head of the lane. The gate moves around from the rail out. Bounding Delight, Pure Dragon, Rodeo Jet. Down by the parade, Gary and Sam's Legend.
Swings into the stretch, and here they come. They were off and pacing out for the lead. Bounding Delight on the outside. Down by the parade, up the inside. Field moves into the turn. Going on over to the opening 8. That is Pure Dragon on the inside, racing 3rd. Taking it Chuck as a race around the turn. Gary round the turn and up on the outside. Down by the parade with the lead on to the backside. Bounding Delight, Drew Neal. It's Bounding Delight and Drew Neal showing the way. 2nd is Down by the parade, racing next in 3rd. As he raced by the opening quarters. Pure Dragon following Pure Dragon into the turn. On the outside is Rodeo Jet, then it is Gary, and trailing the field as they race around the turn and race by the 3/8 mark. The trader is Sam's Legend, opening quarter 29-2. Pacers in straight alignment as they pass the stands and come to the halfway point. Showing the way as they come past us for the first time. The leader at the half is Bounding Delight. He has it by a length. Down by the parade is 2nd. Racing 3rd is Gary. Racing 4th is Sam's Legend, and Ostride is Pure Dragon. Moving through to the inside. Rodeo Jet. They're halfway home and 59-4. And Bounding Delight still shows the way. Bounding Delight on the front end. Right behind Bounding Delight up the backside. Nose to helmet is Down by the parade. Racing 3rd as they head up the backside and race on over to the 3/4 marks is Gary. Sam's Legend on the outside and Rodeo Jet. Pure Dragon as they race on near the 3/4 mark. They're into the far turn and showing the way with a 3-length lead. Bounding Delight and Drew Neal. It's Bounding Delight, the leader. As he races around the turn, they get a little better than 1/8 of a mile. Down by the parade is 2nd. 3/4, 129-1. Bounding Delight down by the parade 2nd. They're off the turn. They're on their way home. Coming to the line. Bounding Delight down by the parade 2nd. It's Bounding Delight. Drew Neal gets his 2nd on the card this evening. Home 2nd, Down by the parade. Finishing 3rd to 5, Gary.
They did the 1-4-5 just as they went by the half. It's 1-4-5. There's our happy owner scooting down to the winner's circle.
29-2.
With 3/4 and 129. A mile, I'm going to say 158 in a pace.
I'm going to say 59. 59-3. See how accurate we are.
That 9th race.
Bunch of old crews up here.
We only got 4 in the 9th. Yeah, well. Had Pure Dragon went off stride. They're going down the half, stepping pretty quick. But I don't think there's Bounding Delight brings Drew Neal his 2nd win of the meet, of the night. That's 5 for the the day, 5 for the meet.
I think that's 4 for Rosie for the day. Yep, that's 4 for her. So Rodeo Jet was making a big move at the quarter. He run in the far turn there. So I don't know what his issue was. He didn't show any brakes. But he likes the front end, so I think Mark was trying to get him move it up to the front or close to it, and yeah, didn't quite get there. So
Returning now to the winner's circle. Where are they?
yeah, exactly. Oh, he's walking down there. Got that glass on the side of the grandstand here. Kind of hard to see down that way. So, but
You know, I was taking pictures, and in the corner of the frame, I see SEC 101, and I'm going, what is that? And it's right in my frame. Like, what's that mean? Well, there's a little sign over there, Section 101, Section 102. Oh, grasshopper.
Real big of a son. Fear the Dragon out of the Bettor's Delight mare. Bound to be good. 5th of the season. And Rosie Weaver, Heartland Acres. Rosie Weaver trains Drew Neal in the Socky. They see the mile in 2 minutes. This race sponsored
A little
by
bit off
Jones
we were.
Rental Incorporated.
Old Bounding Delight.
8 wins lifetime now, 5 this year. He was sitting 7th in our fair championship points, so that's going to help out a bunch. 6 was down by the Parade, who finished 2nd. He was at 417. Bounty Delight was at 406. So they're going to swap places there. Just a few more fairs to go. So we got 8 down. We got 2 more to go here. We get the rundown from Doug.
Bounding Delight, he's a 3-year-old with only
33 starts now.
22 starts, yeah. It's again, one colt that I brought as a 7-year-old up in Fredericton, or 8-year-old. He had 64 starts for the year.
Oh.
Old Cablevision was the horse's name. Nice little horse. Pace right around 2-4. That was it.
Like the winner. 2 Pure Dragon 5, 3 Rodeo Jet 6. Number 4 down by the Parade at 2. 5 Gary 3. Number 6 Sam's Legend 4. The winning time 2 minutes. 29-4 for the quarter. 59-4. 129-4. 156. 234 on the bottom.
So that completes race number 8.
Yep. 9th race coming up. 2nd division of the 3-year-old trotting fillies. We only got a field of 4 going to the gate. So we'll take a look at them after we hear a few words from our sponsors.
The Ohio equine industry needs your help. I'm Scott Mogan, president of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association. With over 300,000 horses in Ohio, the economic impact of the equine industry in the state is over $2.8 billion. That means jobs that pump millions of dollars into the local economy and support thousands of families. For Ohio's equine industry to remain strong, we need to send a clear message to our legislators about the important role that the agricultural small businesses play in Ohio's economy. To do that, we need your help. PACER, the Political Action Committee for Equine Racing, helps support and inform on issues that could positively affect Ohio harness racing. Please consider a donation to PACER. To donate, visit our website at ohha.com or call 614-221-3650. Your donation will help keep harness racing strong in Ohio. Thank you for your support.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at BigD'sWeb.com. Sign up for text messaging and receive $10 off your order. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
In Ohio, Hickory Lane Farm has the stallions you are looking for, like What the Hill, Uncle Peter, and In Range, as well as Branded by Lindy, Jug Winner Luz Pearlman, Racing Hill, and Guardian Angel Oz. Hickory Lane will offer a host of Ohio sired yearlings this fall, including 6 by In Range, 5 by Uncle Peter, 4 by Guardian Angel Oz, and 1 by What the Hill. Find out more at hickorylanefarm.com.
All right, we're back here. Tom and I standing and stretching, and Steve's like, "Hey, we're on." So,
The stretch.
yeah, well, 7th inning stretch, is that what it's called?
Yep.
Cool.
Ashley and I was at Susan Schroeder. When we were up at thing, we went over this because we get up and stretch. You get all cramped up there. And at upper, I went through, I had to look up, of course, the 7th inning stretch. And I said, I think some president started that. But it started William Howard Taft, supposedly in 1907. He stood up and to stretch, and everyone thought he was leaving, so everyone stood up out of respect. But they said it was before that, and they said it was started in 1869 down in Cincinnati, Ohio. And the guy, Wright, had everyone stand up and stretch. And so that was 1869 became the 7th inning stretch.
Okay.
So that's as I am doing my stretching, I do calisthenics.
Mm-hmm. And I did learn when I first got on the road there. When I first got on the road, I was gun ho, doing traffic stops, doing this and that. Then I got to the point where, let's not do much as much as I did. I got to learn. I got to get out of the cruiser every hour to stretch.
Yep.
So.
Well, yeah. When I did one point, corporate, when they closed Foxborough back in '97, and everyone scrambled around either to move. Well, I went and got a job as a corporate limo driver because I love to drive. And I said, we come down with limo leg, and which is your leg goes asleep on you. And I was talking with I limped into a coffee shop, and there was a state policeman there. I says, I got limo leg. And he says, you mean cruiser leg?
Yep.
What's what it is.
Uh-huh.
But
so
again, now we got light there, Jeremy.
Yes, let's go through the horses in the 9th race here. I had a story to tell you, and now I forget now. But 3-year-old Trotting Filly's 2nd division, purse of $6,690. The 1 is Country Behave. Braden Rhodes drives for Betty Clegg. Kimber Clegg owns the Enterprise filly. Out of the Muscle Hill mare, Please Behave. 20 starts on the year, win 5 second place finishes, 3 thirds, $14,000 in the bank. Took a mark at 272 at Mount Gilead, 3 lifetime wins. Coming off of a 5th place finish at Worcester after a few breaks there.
Number 2 is From Beyond. This is a 3-year-old filly by Flex the Muscle out of Eli Go. I can't see this, but Lanny Merriman is the trainer for Ira Steinberg of Arlington Hills, Illinois. This got 13 starts, no wins, 1 second, 1 third, just $5,000 on a card. She made a break last week, but she does show 2:07 as the best time. She does have third. 13 is like 13 starts, 1 win, 1 second, and 1 third. 22 lifetime starts, 1 second, and 1 third. Number 3 is
Speed of an Angel. Manuel Miller trains and co-owns with Peter Gentile of Daytona Beach, Florida. The Marcel filly out of the Muscle Massive mare Keystone Angel. 16 starts on the year, 4 wins, 2 seconds, 4 thirds, 21,000 in the bank. Mark at 2-1 and 2 at Northfield. Last year had 5 wins, took a mark at 2 minutes at Delaware, a little over 41,000 lifetime, coming off of a win at Worcester and sitting 10th in the Fair Championship points at 299.
And here's another heavy hitter. It's Dublin's Martini, Betty Clegg trainee for Kimber Clegg. 3-year-old filly by Uncle Peter out of Perfect Martini by Credit Winner. This year, 22 starts, 7 wins, 4 seconds, 4 thirds, 32,000 earned. Market Bucyrus at 2-1 and 2. Lifetime, 32 starts, 8 wins, 8 seconds, 6 thirds, 47,000 earned. And with her marker Bucyrus. And Dublin's Martini is, I'll drink to that, as they say. Nick Clegg in the sulky. That's the 4 horses. We got a nice field here, and they look like they can trot a little bit. So this is our penultimate.
Yep.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Penultimate.
Penultimate.
Thank you.
Yep. Dublin's Martini is our Fair Championships point leader right now with 543 points. So I was doing a. But we'll get push parade here.
Horses are on the track. 9th race, 2nd division, 3-year-old filly track, $6,690. Sponsored by Ashland County Fair, field of 4. Number 1, Country Behave with Braden Rose. Number 2, From Beyond, the driver Lenny Ehrman. 3, Speed of an Angel, Drew Neal drives. Drew Neal, we were just told this driver's changed just minutes ago. Drew Neal to drive the 3, Speed of an Angel. The 4, Dublin's Martini, Nick Clegg in the sulky. Horse will take 1 score and go to the gate.
Well, with just a 4-horse field, this still can be a kind of a good match race. Because you got the first and the second points getters.
Yeah, so we got the front 1 and 2 like to run though sometime during the mile. The 3 likes to front in. The 4 likes to front in. So we'll see how this works out here. So I got my wife watching here on YouTube. She even commented. It's Ellen, Jeremy's wife. I've been in this business probably 30-some years now. And when first time I did the OHHA thing, Ellen was doing, she works for Brad Conrad, and she was doing pictures of some of the fairs, and she got to know Susan and Frank, because they was doing, when you guys started the broadcasting there. And we was at Washington Courthouse, and I wasn't racing anything that day. And I was like, Susan, Jeremy will talk with you for a race or two, because Susan was by herself. I'm like, yeah, I get up, it's Courthouse, I can talk about everybody here. So after the first race, Susan said, hey, can you stay the rest of the card? I'm like, yeah, sure. So we did that. Next day, Frank asked Susan, said, hey, who was with you last night? She said, well, it was Jeremy. Jeremy who? Well, Jeremy Moore. He's like, who's that? They said, it's Ellen's husband. He's like, oh, okay. I'm like, no, wait a minute. Ellen's been working for Brad for 2 years, and I've been in this 30-some years, and I'm known as Ellen's husband. Okay. So.
Yeah.
All right. 4 of them going behind the gate here for the 9th race. 3-year-old Trotting Fillies, 2nd division. Let's send it up to Doug for the call.
There's the 2nd division. Field of 4. Here they come. Enter off. First away. Dublin's Martini on the inside. Speed of an Angel. Off stride, the 1, Country Behave. Moving through to the inside is From Beyond. Racing on over to the opening 8. Speed of an Angel. Drew Neal on the inside. Taking a tuck, Dublin's Martini is ahead up the backside. From Beyond is racing next and trailing the field. Country Behave. Down the backside, they go on over to the opening quarter. Drew Neal with speed of an angel. Trio Bay Billy, but Marseille has the lead. Trotters by the opening quarter. Dublin's Martini is next. All stride From Beyond. They trot that opening quarter in 30 and 4/5. Country Behave is now third. As they race around the turn. On top of the field, Speed of an Angel has the lead. Dublin's Martini is second. Then there's Country Behave and From Beyond trails the field. Straight alignment as they pass the stand for the first time. It's still Speed of an Angel and driver Drew Neal. Dictating the fraction, Dublin's Martini and Nick Clegg right there second. Racing third, Country Behave. And trailing the field is From Beyond. They're halfway home. On the front end, still Speed of an Angel. Off a half in 102 and 4. Dublin's Martini is next. Country Behave third. From Beyond trails the field. Up the backside for the final time. The target is Speed of an Angel. Dublin's Martini right there. Second is only a length away. Country Martini is third. And From Beyond trails the field across the backside. Speed of an Angel the leader now by 2. Dublin's Martini is second, racing third. Country Behave and From Beyond is the trader. They're into the far turn. They race by 3/4 and Speed of an Angel has them there in 130 and 3/5. Right there second, Dublin's Martini will come to the outside. Racing third, Country Behave. From Beyond, they're off the turn. They're on their way home. Speed of an Angel's got every call. She's led at every step. Dublin's Martini on the outside, but coming to the line. Speed of an Angel and driver Drew Neal. Dublin's Martini second. Home third, the one Country Behave. Finishing fourth, the two From Beyond. The mile, 2:04, 4/5.
That was a Speed of an Angel. Was just sent from above.
Yep.
They were nice, easy, unofficial 3-4-1-2. But just as nice, and that is Drew's fourth of the night?
Third for the night.
Third for the night?
Yep, and sixth for the day.
That's it, okay. 3 and 3.
Yep. So
they might say I love New York, but he can say I love Ohio.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, not much of a race there, kind of spread out. We had the front two, then the back two. And
well, when he going up the backside, you know, he just kept on trucking. He didn't want to, as again, one of the main things that happens, he'll back off that 3/4, and they'll give a chance to the horse behind to catch up. And for some reason, if they look each other in the eye, some horses can take being looked in the eye.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, and then some horses, a lot of them can't. They will, as the old saying, they will spit the bit when they challenge.
The ninth race is second division to 3-year-old
Trot for $6,690. Number 3, Speed of an Angel. The 3-year-old Bay Filly by Marseille. Out of the Muscle Massey mare. Keystone Angel, her fifth of the season. Emmanuel Miller, Delaware. Peter Gentile of Daytona Beach, Florida owns. Manny Miller trains. Drew Neal in the sulky. The mile, 2:04, 4/5. This race sponsored by the Ashland County Fair. Results are official. 1, Country Behave, 3. 2, From Beyond, 4. Number 3, Speed of an Angel, the winner. 4, Dublin's Martini, 2. Fifth, 102 and 4. 134 and 3, 3-4-1, 2 on the bottom. 10th and final coming up.
The party's over.
all right, 9 down, 1 more to go, Tom. And this is the one we've been looking for. Second division, free-for-all pace. 5 of them going to the gate. We'll take a look at them here after we hear a few words from the sponsors.
Who feeds your need for new ideas for your family's best farm future? Ohio Farm Bureau. We work with our members to shape ag policy that will positively impact our industry. Farm Bureau is advancing business solutions to give you a competitive advantage. We help you gather information to stay ahead of important topics and technologies. Plus, Ohio Farm Bureau creates opportunities for growth. Ohio Farm Bureau, feeding your need for new ideas.
Cool Winds Farm is one of Ohio's premier standardbred breeding farms. Cool Winds stands the popular Dancin' Yankee, Jug winner Southwind Aussie, and the royally bred Western Fame. Cool Winds Farm is proud to present our yearling consignments at the Ohio Selected Jug Sale at Pickaway on Friday, September 12th, and at the Standardbred Horse Sale in Harrisburg during the Cool Winds of November.
All right, we are back for the finale here at Ashland County.
In the dark of the night. No, it's nice they got the lights on. We can see.
Yeah.
And it's good. We can see our. He's a nice field we have.
Yeah,
I was just looking at of course, the one is Hammerin' Hank. Just a short little bit about Hammerin' Hank. Actually, go back close to 50 years ago. They had a good horse by the name of Hammerin' Hank, and he was a class old horse who, of course, was by Henry T. Adios. And Henry T. Adios was named after Henry Thomas. And Henry T. Adios became the leading money winner of all time. I believe he had $700,000. But then when his son was Hammerin' Hank, who was a good horse. Now we've gone cycle. Here we come, Hammerin' Hank with Nick Clegg. And Hammerin' Hank is... Will you tell them about?
Yeah.
You got better eyesight than I do.
6-year-old by Captain Treacherous out of the Dragon Again mare. History repeats. 29 starts, 2 wins, 7 seconds, 5 thirds, 59,000 in the bank this year. Took a mark this year, 51-2 at Pocono. Had the lifetime mark as a 2-year-old at 51-1 at the Meadowlands. 444,000 lifetime, 79 starts, 14 wins, coming off of a win at the free-for-all pace at Old Washington.
He'd been racing in a 30,000 Claymore up at Pocono, and come here. They just coming off the free-for-all. Yeah, that's his old Hammerin' Hank. He's a nice horse. I remember when he was a 2-year-old, 444,000. But Mancino with James Day trains and drives for Power Play Racing, 87 LLC. He's a 9-year-old by Sunshine Beach. The Better's Delight mare. 28 starts this year. No wins. 6 seconds and 7 thirds. 12,000. Has a mark of 53 at Northfield as a 6-year-old. 264 starts. 18 wins, 32 seconds, 54 thirds. He has third-itis. But Mancino and James Day. Number 3 is...
6 again. Mark St. Louis in the bike for trainer-owner Stacy Curry. The 5-year-old Czech 6 gelding. Has 9 starts on the year. 1 win, 3 second-place finishes, $17,000. The one win was at last start at Walsion, gate to wire with Mark in the bike. This will be the second start in the Stacy Curry barn. Was claimed back in April at Miami Valley for $20,000 and has not raced since then. So something happened there.
Well, he's back with that good mile.
Yep.
Wasion 157. Number 4 is Lions Johnny Jr., JNR. Todd Smith trains for PT Stables, Brick, New Jersey. A 9-year-old well-said gelding out of a major mare 19 starts this year, 4 wins, 5 seconds, 2 thirds, and 20,000. Hark. Is that the post parade
That
for the
is,
10th?
yep.
Horses are on the track for the 10th race, the second division. The free-for-all pace, a purse of $1,000, sponsored by Ashland County Fair, a field of 5. Number 1, Hammering Hank, the driver Nick Clay. Number 2, Mancino, the driver James Day. 3, 6 again, Mark St. Louis Jr. Number 4, Lions Johnny with Todd Smith. Number 5, Hard for One Guy, Harvey Hirschberger in the sulky. Horse will take one score and go to the gate. Win, play, show, Quinetta, Exacta, and Trifecta on the 10th.
Rounding out the field, the 5, Hard for One Guy. Betty Clegg trains. Harvey Hirschberger owns and drives. This 4-year-old Fear the Dragon has 29 starts this year, 2 wins, 5 seconds, 8 thirds, a little over $6,000. Had a win a few weeks ago over at McConnellsville, 59-2. Come back a little bit later, 4 days later at Upper Sandusky with a win, a 2-1. And then raced yesterday at Delaware in the Signature Series Consolation. So I don't know. I could look it up, but I'm not going to. So
let's see. He raced a Zid race. I think he might have won. If off of my, I do have the results. I could look it up, but I feel like doing it. But Hard for One Guy. He's a 83,000. He's a Old Lions Johnny Jr. With 376,000. Of course, Hammer and Hank, 444,000. Oh, those class horses.
Mm-hmm. So totaling up the field in here, $1.17 million earned lifetime, 624 stars with 81 wins.
Yeah.
No, I was going to tell a story about my wife. We've got that 360 camera.
Yeah.
And she's put it on bikes at the fairs up at Scioto.
Yeah.
Her YouTube channel is Ellen-Photo Lady. And all the videos there, we finally figured out how, because when we took it off the camera and put it on the computer, we lost the 360 capability.
Okay.
So now you can watch it, and you can pick whichever, as they're going, you can rotate the camera as they're going.
Excellent.
And so I'll pull it up for you.
No,
here.
funny, when we first had those goggles things, you live drive the horse at the different expos down the State Fair and all that. The ones we'd have to, I don't know what was, but you'd had a point. You had people were driving the horse and they had their head turned to the left, and we finally figured that out. Of course, everything's all new technology, and it's amazing to see though, be out actually driving with the horses, in the horses.
And so many of these drivers now has got the meta glasses.
Yeah.
And you can watch them race. Was it the young man that finished second in the big race up in Canada? Second to lose print.
Up Woodbine.
Beckwith.
Yeah.
Yep, he had him on during that race.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, I know Kiera Morgan. I think she wears them all the time because she's put videos on of just training, getting a horse ready, things like that. And it is interesting to see the different viewpoint. So she had it on me at the at Rock Springs when I drove there this year.
The Rock.
That was fun. I'd do it again.
Now, that is a converted 1/3 of a mile track, and those turns are so tight. When you go in there, you are leaning into the turns almost at a 45-degree angle.
Yeah, and the bike's sliding out from under, especially that far turn.
Yeah. So. But this is one of the great. Tomorrow, of course, the gang will be at Delaware off at Tuesday, Wednesday, and of course the Jug is on Thursday. Yep. Dover is on Friday, and is still racing all over Ohio. So this is the last year, final race, the free-for-all From the rail out, Hammerin' Hank, Mancino, 6 again. Lions, Johnny R, JNR, and Hard for One Guy. They're ahead the lane is Doug Ballinger for the finale.
They're off and pacing that 6 again, going right to the front. Mancino up the inside, hammering out. Coming out in fourth is Lions Johnny, and Hard for One Guy trails the field. Field of Pacers into the opening turn. 6 again, Mark St. Louis Jr. leads the way. Up on the outside, racing second. That is Mancino. Mancino on the outside. To the inside is Hammering Hank. On over to the opening quarter. Lions Johnny racing second to last and Hard for One Guy. Trails the field as they race by the quarter. They step by the opening quarter and move into the turn. Off a quarter in 28 and 3. Hammering Hank the lead. 6 again racing second. Into the lane first time. Coming to the halfway point. Passing the stands for the first time. And on top of the field at the half. With the lead at the halfway point. It is Mancino on the outside, hammering Hank, third, 6 again. Racing fourth, Lions Johnny, trailing the field, Hard for One Guy, off a half and 57 and 2. On the back stretch they go, on top as they race on over to the 3/4 mark. With the lead, Mancino and James Day will guide them to the backside. Hung on the outside, hammering Hank is third. Racing to the inside, 6 again, coming 3 wide, Lions Johnny. Lions Johnny's 3 wide as they move into the turn, trailing the field into the turn at the 3/4 mark. They're by 3/4, racing around the turn, coming to the top of the stretch, and on the outside and with the lead as they come to the top of the stretch, it is Lions Johnny and Braden Rhodes, 127 and 2. On the outside, 6 again is third. They're off the turn, they're on their way home. 6 again on the outside, up the inside, Mancino. 3 of them across the track between horses, Lions Johnny. Far outside, it is 6 again. 6 again, Lions Johnny, Mancino, Hard for One Guy, and Hammering Hank. The mile, 1:58.
So 1:58, 6 again. 3 wide at the 3/4 pole on, swoops them. Makes it a win, 2 in a row for Stacy Curry and Mark St. Louis.
And as you said, she's just in Stacy Curry's barn. This is a second start, second win.
Yep. So
there we go.
Gives him 12. Yep, 12 wins lifetime now. So 138,000 lifetime. So
stay 6. So 28 and 3, 57 and 2. I was saying we might 27 and 2. Come home in 30. No, they came home in 30 and 3. Still a mile and 158 and 2, was it?
58 flat.
58 flat.
Yep.
Okay. As we got to give a shout out to our crew here, and because they've done a great job getting all the today's. Getting these double headers. They're tough, but they got them out and fine. A good time. No problemo. Speed Superintendent Crystal Bacon and Bill Creighton is the presiding judge. Rod Newhart, clerk charter. Winner Circle Photos. That's Bob Adams. Doug Ballinger, our announcer, again. And Mike Webkenberg starting gate. Lynn Scott photo finish.
5-year-old Baker to send a check 6 at the American Ideal Mare.
You have to give credit to folks. At the track, too, they got a new track record, equaled it.
Curry of Thornsville, Ohio, owns and trains. Mark St. Louis Jr. in the sulky. The mile, 1:58. This race sponsored by the Ashland County Fair. Results are official. Number 1, Hammering Hank, 5. 2, Mancino, 3. 3-6 again, the winner. 4, Lions Johnny, 2. 5, Hard for One Guy, 4, 1:58. 28 and 3, 57 and 2, 127 and 2. 5, 3, 1, 2, 4 on the bottom. That completes the 2025 harness.
All right, Tom, we got it done here.
We did all 18 total races. It was a good night. And tomorrow, of course, everyone's over at Delaware. Little Brown Jug on Thursday. That's the 80th Little Brown Jug. And if you folks, if you want to see a spectacle, what a great day of racing, great week of racing down there. And of course, so for Jeremy Moore, no less, Jeremy Moore and Tom Pye, the harness guide, Steve, we want to say good night. Have a great night.